Buckle up, everyone.
All right. This is our first time on YouTube, Gooned Up Sidequest, with me and Carl. And the last time, if you joined us last time, we were in the middle of something pretty terrible. We did what I thought was actually an entire first half of excuse me.
You thought
the Puppet Master franchise.
he thought.
But Carl, being the detailed person he is, he went back and watched us suffer. Yep. And apparently we only got up to 5. There are 15 movies in this franchise. Carl's experiencing what Stockholm syndrome, but for movies. But Jesus Christ! Last we left, we just got through the goofiest mixture of magic and science between. I believe this was the 5th one, and this was technically supposed to be the final chapter.
Yes, final chapter.
Final chapter. Also, before they were pretty much teasing that something else was going to happen, a company-wide crossover thing that they were going to do.
Puppet Wars.
This was going to be Avengers before Avengers.
Oh, of course.
Just, with your favorite puppets. And, of course, I believe they were trying to pass the torch on too long to this little blonde kid who I already forgot the fucking name. I forgot the name. Rick. I forgot everything, Carl, because I blocked all of this shit out. Yeah. In fact, as I was watching all the rest of what I had to watch to catch up with this, I forgot as I was watching it because these movies are just so, at this point, like, I've noticed the pattern with these movies where it's like they'll start looking like they're building to something, and then they just take the fucking rug up from under you and let you just fall down the stairs. And then you're supposed to climb back up the stairs, and then they're periodically throwing bowling balls at you as you try to enjoy this movie.
Just rolling that ball up the hill, and then
Sisyphus, exactly.
And then you fall down.
So, I mean, luckily now with YouTube, I have like all these devices free, and I can actually like look up any notes and stuff I may have had on this.
We after 5, we kind of for a long.
Oh my God, I'm not even kidding, but I guess I should put it on in the background. But we are doing Curse of Puppet Master,
one of Oscar's favorites.
Yeah, because I don't fucking remember this one. The thing with this one is this is what we start the period of Elseworlds, or the pattern of Puppet Master Elseworlds, because fuck the timeline. There is no timeline.
It was already screwed, but now the timeline just whatever happens.
Yeah, it's just
these puppets will just show up.
They just show up.
They want.
I don't even know how they show up in this one. I believe this one revolves around because it doesn't take place in the hotel anymore.
No.
It has moved from the hotel to this man's workshop.
Yes.
And I believe this man is a woodworker. And of course, it kind of takes
McGrew.
I think what I was comparing this to. So he takes on an apprentice of sorts. And it's this kind of not the slow kid, but the picked on kid in town or something.
We got to backtrack a little. The movie starts and something bad's gone down, but he already has the puppets. Mm-hmm. How did he get them? Where did he find them?
No one knows.
He just garage sale. Who knows? But it's this guy, Dr. McGrew, who is the new puppet master. Just because he just perchance on these puppets. He already has them. He has them locked in cages because that's a good start. Always mess with the puppets, as we saw in our part 1. Always mess with the puppets. It always turns out well for you.
Yeah, always betray them and call them stupid too.
Yeah,
because that always works out.
Always works out well.
And they bring that back too.
So they're in cages, and he has something else in a box, and he's like, "I'm sorry," and he buries it or sends it out into the middle of the woods. And it cuts back to now, so they're present. And as Oscar said, there's this like lawnmower man type kid.
That's what I was comparing.
This is basically Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, that's actually the movie that I was going to compare this to, because as I'm trying to remember, I do remember same thing too. He wears the same outfit as the lawnmower. He's wearing the overalls, like he's kind of frumpy looking. And then, and I think
odd jobs.
And I believe he has like some kind of love thing going on with the daughter.
Oh my!
Which
that's
I mean,
the whole movie.
And it's.
There's no puppets.
There's no puppets. That is another theme that starts happening more and more as these movies go on. This is a Puppet Master movie, right?
It says Puppet Master in the title.
I have a feeling like the majority of these scripts, including this one, it was almost like this was supposed to be like their Lawnmower Man. And they were just hey, we kind of have this Lawnmower Man, but we don't know exactly where to go with it. Oh, we've got Puppet Master stuff. You guys want to use that? They're just sitting back there. So I mean, if you want to, Charles Band back there just fucking doing rails off of these puppets.
He'll just give it to you for anything.
A sandwich.
Give him some Taco Bell. He'll give you some of the puppets. They're like, cool. Let's use them. That's basically what it is, and we're going to be saying that a lot through the rest of these movies.
And you know what?
These puppets are literally just dropped into some other plot, some other movie.
And I believe at this point they're still kind of benevolent puppets. They're not like these monsters anymore. They actually are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of basically whoever uses them.
Yes, it's whoever the wielder is.
Yeah.
With any magical or evil weapon.
But as you'll see with the next movie that follows. But yeah, also I have to say this: it feels like the quality in this weirdly dropped pretty hard. Like it almost feels like they're doing this on home cameras.
Yes, Oscar said it dropped, and it can still get lower. But right now, I'll take. This
quality. God, yes, but it does go lower. It's somehow it's like they were like rock bottom, holding a beer. It just. Oh my God! But this one especially, I noticed because the film is grainier.
Grainy.
It looks like
outside.
Very static filmmaking. Everything is just pretty much on a tripod.
And not shot. It's shot for outside, but not made to be shot for outside.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like it's almost like when you take like an already kind of grainy JPEG and you try to like clarify until it's not even anything anymore. Yeah. It's almost that bad. But I'll say the acting in this horrible, and not because this is the problem with these movies, especially starting with this one. They try to make the actors carry this, and they can't do it. They're just not good.
Yeah, the puppets aren't a part of the story. Barely, they're in it. They exist, but the actors, we're focusing on them, and you'll be like looking at the clock, like, isn't this a Puppet Master movie? Where are the puppet kills? That's what we're here for. And it takes so long to get to these things that you just roll your eyes.
And what really happens with this? Because I'm not really even sure what the plot was, even concerning the puppets. Because it was this weird kind of just awkward love story going on with this slow guy, and that obviously he has a knack for just wood shopping and all that other stuff.
Yeah, it's basically just to start. Dr. McGrew and his daughter, what the hell's her name? Jane. Jane. He's going to the gas stop to get some gas. There's these stereotypical 80s. Oh, Oscar's new hat.
Yep, we are officially the llamas.
The llamas. Welcome to Gooned Up Side Quest. We torture ourselves because of you guys.
Salute.
So it starts. He's hitting that
hard. That tastes like this movie feels.
It starts at a gas stop with these stereotypical bullies who are just straight out of any 90s high school movie, just completely picking on this kid, calling him a retard, calling him all this stuff, sexually harassing the daughter in front of the dad.
It's pretty egregious.
It's like ridiculous. Like they would be arrested anytime. Even back then they would be arrested, but now for sure. And it's ridiculous. But
now, absolutely.
But even back then, that was egregious. So it's like, are these people mentally ill? They just want to abuse this town and these people. And the actual owner of the mechanic shop does nothing, and they're like literally beating on his employee, and he's just sitting there letting him take it. And then the Dr. McGrew kind of scares them off and like, oh, we'll be back for you. What the hell is his name?
The main kid?
Yeah,
I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, that's the one.
He's just slow guy. Let's call him Lawnmower Man.
I think his name's Matt. Yeah, it's just Lawnmower Man. We'll just call him Lawnmower Man. Lawnmower Man, because who cares about his name?
Who really
has
cares?
A little wood sculpture in his pocket. Doesn't even look that good, but Dr. McGrew sees it is like, brilliant.
Oh my God.
You can help me
Lisan al-Gaib.
Yeah. Because for some reason, every other puppet master is insane. That's what we've learned.
That is true. They're all insane and are terrible planners, by the way, too.
No plans. And he's like, I need you to work on my puppet. You can come live with us. And like literally, he just met this kid.
You just met this kid. You saw him getting bullied for being slow,
yeah. So he reveals to him the puppets. He has a show that he uses. It's kind of like Too Long was doing, where he uses the puppets' actual abilities to impress the townspeople. And then during this first show, the cops come because he had an assistant before Lawnmower Man, and he's like, he's been gone for 3 weeks, and this is the last place he's been seen, and the guy is being all but like, he's not, because he doesn't appear evil. He actually appears very benevolent, friendly to Lawnmower Man and his daughter. He's not like off the handles. He's not like telling the puppets to bring him brains or anything.
Yeah,
he's just like, I want to do this show, and I want you to help me with this woodworking thing.
But what was the
no
underlying
thing? There's no like. The only underlying thing is something went wrong at the beginning, and he threw a box into the woods. That's it. That's all we got.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
See,
I remember now.
Flooding back to you.
Oh my God, it's like PTSD. Okay, so I mean, like, without getting I don't even care, but we're gonna get ahead anyways. But it's like now you mentioned the box, so he's trying to basically do that whole what you call it, like a reanimation thing, but also doing that weird puppet fusion thing he's trying to do.
Fuse living souls to a puppet, but he wants
wants it like organic. Also, he literally wants like a cyborg, but made of wood.
Made of wood. A wooden cyborg. That's perfect to say.
Because I believe when you said the assistant. So the assistant was an experimental thing. He used the assistant. Went wrong. It's very like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where he meshes that and I guess the puppet together. Yeah. And what he finds because they find the box in the woods, and you see it's like he's all like mangled.
Half man, half puppet.
Mangled. Looks like he was burned or tried to be burned.
He tried to burn him, but couldn't kill it completely.
And so he just
then the daughter in the woods. There's jumping at the daughter because we can't jump ahead because nothing happens in the movie. Most of this movie is Jane and Lawnmower Man's budding romance, where she sees him working, and I guess he's the only viable male in the
I guess
nearest 50 miles because this place is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
we don't know where this is.
It feels like Pumpkinhead territory, where it's like 3 buildings that are in this entire place.
Gas station, McGrew's theater,
which is like, what does that guy do? He just does woodworking, right?
He does woodworking and
I guess there's not a lot of fucking. I guess he's not paying rent.
And then I think he has like a House of Oddities, which he also uses the puppets for. Because it's like a theater show thing that he has like in a little retreat. And so the cops are grilling him. Obviously, he's like, oh yeah, he left, but I think he went to his aunt's house or something. And that could easily be tracked. But they're like, okay. And these cops are terrible. But we always beg for cops, but these cops are terrible.
They're terrible. And not even just because they do bad police work. The acting is fucking awful, man.
No,
it's god awful.
It's terrible. So we can jump in because the bullies come again, and Lawnmower Man actually gets mad and starts strangling the guy. And Jane's like, stop. Because he's like a little slow with it, but he's also super strong. So
he has that slow person.
None of this comes into factors at all at any other time, but she sees that, and he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, he says some weird things like, "If you didn't stop me, I would have killed him."
Because that's such a turn on,
and mice and men type of thing.
Like Lenny put the bunny down
like that, because it doesn't factor into anything. And then they bang because
it has to happen. It has to happen.
We need, as Oscar said. We need the tip.
They need something.
One thing or two with some nudity, some sex scene with the puppets.
And it wasn't even good.
And it was Oscar's like, it's not even good.
Look, I'm sorry. At this point, they've had a trope for a little bit of where they would have to have some nudity.
Everyone except for
And I'm like, at this point, with the things they're giving me, especially in this movie, because Carl's going through this, and I'm remembering, I'm like, wow, it is just as bland as how he's describing it. And it's like
we've never mentioned any of the puppets. Blade, Pinhead,
nothing.
Oscar's favorite jester.
Fucking worst one. Actually, I'm actually starting to hate what's her name, the slug lady,
Leech woman,
because
I'm like, in this, she doesn't do.
I'm like, how does she have the kill count that she does?
She's in this. What does she do in this one?
No, not in this one. No one does anything in this one. This isn't even a Puppet Master movie. This should have been like a Lawnmower Man third movie, where
Lawnmower Man 3,
where they tried making the machine
into Puppet Master,
into a person type thing, and instead of doing this puppet wood person, I don't know what the fuck, man. Like this movie, it just frustrates you because nothing happens. No, nothing happens. There's really no conflict.
Kills. No, well, technically 4. Yeah,
and I don't even remember what the kills were. I guess it was the bullies, right?
Just the one, just the main guy. The other guys get out.
Then who else gets killed?
The cops.
I guess.
And McGrew.
And it's is it from the puppets? I don't even remember. If it could be the slow guy.
Just so we can end our misery on this one, because this Elseworlds one is pretty painful. We get more pain, but this one's pretty painful.
Yeah, because they've abandoned the timeline at this point.
The bully, forget his name, he's just bully number one, main guy.
Bully.
Runs off after he gets choked out, but he's obviously has mental illness and is obsessed with this. So he goes to McGrew's house, sees the puppets, and sees them talking everything through the window. And then Pinhead finally jumps into action and starts strangling him. This puppet's trying to kill him. James tells them to stop. And then he throws Pinhead to the ground and leaves. Doesn't see anything alarming with this. Right after he leaves, he goes to work out. He goes.
He starts heavily working out. Oh, by the way, I have to say this too. In this series, especially in this movie too, no one reacts appropriately to anything.
They see the puppets. They see Six Shooter at the
at that point. I'm leaving town for a week until this blows over.
They're so he was just strangled by a puppet. This creature just tried to kill him. And he's like, whatever, it's just a toy. I'm out of here. So he goes to work out that same night. And then the puppets go jump him and kill him. Oh, meanwhile, this is sprinkled throughout the movie, which is kind of the misleading title. Because the title picture for this cover box art is him half turning into a puppet and all the puppets leaning over him. Yeah. You think it's supposed to be this movie. It's supposed to be body horror. I think I mentioned the first time we did this. We saw this on Blockbuster, and if you see it like that,
and it looked cool.
It looks cool because you're like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen in this?"
I'm so glad I never rented this from Blockbuster.
I did.
Oh,
that's why,
bro.
And none of that comes into account. It's just him having these bad dreams out of nowhere, and yet I don't know why he has these dreams. Because he's not psychic. We never get any of that.
No, he's not psychic, and it's not
he doesn't know anything about McGrew's evil intentions.
Yeah.
He's completely blindsided by that at the end. Because after the puppets kill that guy, the cops come onto the scene because they have, I think his name's Matt. Matt, Lawnmower Man, on a table, shirtless, of course, because why not?
Because why not?
If it's the later movies, he should have been butt naked, but he's just shirtless. He's just shirtless, and he's tied up like this, like he's being on a torture rack. And it gets really bad because he's like, now I'm going to reveal my master plan. I'm going to turn you into my new puppet. And at first you're like, at least something's happening. There's 15 minutes left, but something's got to happen.
Oh my God.
The cops come onto the scene as we're watching, and Blade and Tunneler take them out. They're dead. He now, after they've been murdered, because that's never going to be backtracked.
Jester doesn't do shit. Jester still. He doesn't do shit. I might just take a shot every time that Jester doesn't do shit.
Might be dead.
I will be dead. I'm trying to do a shot per movie because I will die
every time Jester. Take a shot anytime Jester's on screen and does nothing. Anytime there's a boob, or
stand by for the Instagram. I'm going to come up with a drinking game for these
10 minutes
movies.
Without a puppet on screen. Every time there's a puppet on screen.
Every time you feel like you want to just stop this movie and turn it off.
I was is he butt naked?
No, he's not. They never go full dong in this.
No, until Little Strike, then they do.
Do they?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, they do. They do.
But
I was about to say, I know they go full frontal with someone else. But
the two cops are dead. Who cares? The kills are not even impressive. Just Blade and Tunneler.
That's the worst thing. Look. If you're a horror, or even call yourself a horror movie,
even
these are never horror
movies. Horror.
You give me kills. Give me blood.
Yeah, we don't get that. We're begging for that. We're like, give us something. These puppets. This is the final 15 minutes of the movie where the kills come in. All these kills are pushed down into the final 15 minutes. So good,
which is a trend.
So a good hour is just nothing. Just this random romance, which doesn't matter, because what actually happens is Jane goes and does her own investigation, finds the other assistant's body in the woods, body horror. Doesn't help him, just leaves him to be.
And it's not like he's dead. He's moving and shit.
And she's just like, I'm out.
All right, bye. And he just left
and
there.
He's left there because we don't know. McGrew is setting up his Frankenstein thing, which you think is like, okay, finally something's gonna happen. They're gonna turn him into this, like, was it part 2? No, part 3. No, part 2 with the mannequin thing. They're gonna turn him into some freaky mannequin thing. No, it's just this bad lightning effect that sucks his whole essence into this terrible looking puppet thing that looks like the Capitron, but like Timu version of the Capitron. Because now the puppet's like, oh, you killed our friend, or turned him into one of us. Now we're against you.
Or they just like, oh, what? You know what sucks about this? You can tell that even the puppet acting is bad. Where it almost seems like wait a minute, you're a bad guy.
Yeah, you're a bad guy.
Why are we listening to you?
Why are we listening to you? You kept us in cages this whole movie. You don't really care about us and give us no real goal. Now you've killed our friend and sucked his soul into a puppet. So now we're gonna kill you. So the puppets jump him, break his legs. Blake slices him up.
Yeah. Also, by the way, they've kind of abandoned the cool puppet effects at this point. It's just a doll.
Just cut to a doll doing this, and then cut back to the person getting sprayed with corn syrup.
Yeah,
doll corn syrup. That's it.
That's basically what it is.
And then take away shot of Pinhead hitting him with a club, and that's it. And then the Lawnmower Man puppet activates, and
I'm trying to see how this actually fucking look. Oh my god! I forgot how bad that looked.
It's a
oh my god!
A bad filter of a TV head with a little like diver man suit puppet, and there's a TV head on top with the actor's face.
Oh my!
Stretched out like over the TV head.
Oh, it is bad. And he just like sucks his essence or something, right?
He shoots like force lightning into his brain, and they just cut there because Shane's like, no, don't do it, Lawnmower Man.
And it just kind of ends.
And it just abruptly ends there. He shoots him in the head, and it ends. Is Jane the new puppet master? Well, who cares?
Is he ever get out of the tank body? Does he? What happened to the dad?
The dad's dead. At least that's
the dad. He's dead.
At least that's what we consume with that. She's like, he's this new puppet. He's for vengeance. He's dead. She, I guess, but there's 2 dead cops and the dead bully, so she should be put in jail. But who cares?
Who cares? Let me.
And they never show up again. Spoilers, they're not coming back. Maybe not, because Charles will keep making his movies until he literally dies.
Until he dies.
And so,
until the cocaine takes him.
But they don't come back in the next 9 movies that we have to go over. And now one of Oscar's favorites.
What's that budget? All right, so we were at least 800,000 before, right?
Between we had to estimate because the last 2, Demon and Final,
it kind of combined
1.2 million combined because we didn't get. I think it was So we kind of split that.
So let's say like 500,000 change a piece because that makes sense with that. With what they did.
That amazing budget.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna actually say 500,000 for this one.
You dummy. You're very generous. No, for this, we're in the middle of nowhere and nothing happens. 250,000.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing, Carl. I assume they misallocated a lot of money. Or something.
It's definitely.
Or like there's literally probably a $200,000 budget just his cocaine alone to make this movie.
Definitely tax write-offs and money laundering going on with this stuff because don't know where this 250,000 went to. There's not even that many actors to pay.
The cameras were bad. The acting was bad.
Cameras,
there was no special effects except for the cheap lightning effects. And then whatever that Cybertron face thing he had.
The 250,000 went to the half-man puppet thing that they built. That was it.
But yeah, I'm gonna for this rating for this one.
My gosh,
dumpster fire.
Let me just give you a spoiler. I was gonna say this before.
Dumpster fire.
I don't even think any of these movies reach leftovers anymore.
No, I think we cop at fresh garbage, right?
We're copping out at fresh garbage, maybe.
And that's a big maybe because
I'm already getting anywhere towards.
The problem is I'm already this angry, we're on 1 of 10.
We're not getting anywhere towards hot and fresh or give it to you. Now, don't even worry. We might get to some kill me nows, But we're
not even Night with Your Favorite Celebrity is never gonna happen.
No,
that's never gonna happen.
Unless we hit our heads.
Unless I'm on ayahuasca or like I took robo tripping pills.
Exactly. Because no, we're not getting into Leftovers and the spoilers for you guys.
But
so this is a dumpster fire.
This is a dumpster fire. I'm
sorry. The one you regret that you watched.
I immediately regretted this as soon as I was.
Nothing to do with anything. The puppets are there technically. They don't do anything. At least 4 of them don't even. They're all jesters on this song.
They do nothing.
Only the Quad 3, Pinhead, Tumbler, and Blade put in any sort of work,
and it's not even cool.
The Lawnmower Man puppet, and they abruptly ended. We don't even get to see the kill. They just cut off because like, but it's done. Movie's over.
Yeah, it literally cuts it with the girl screaming, and that's it. And you get no follow up because guess what we get now?
After credit scene.
We are now in retro Puppet Master. We go back to a prequel. We're back to prequels
because the timeline is restored.
The last movie was their Days of Futures Past, Carl.
Yeah, now this movie. That's what happened. They messed up the timeline. Now we have to jump back and restore the timeline.
Yep, and now we get Retro Puppet Master.
Retro Puppet Master, 1999.
Which is I believe this is the return to film for Greg Sestero, the lead of The Room. Directed and starring Tommy Wiseau, which at this point too is pretty much on the same level as a Tommy Wiseau production.
I don't know. Tommy might have at least you can get some enjoyment out of that.
True. The last one was fucking terrible, but this one is I think might not be as terrible. if we go along, at least stuff happens in this. So we get back in the beginning our old Toulon from that.
Guy Rolfe.
Yeah, Guy Rolfe returns as Toulon. I believe this is the last one.
I think this is technically
this is the last
Legacy.
One, right?
He is.
That's a cameo.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if he's actively.
No. After that, I'm pretty sure that's that. Is so. This is probably the last full role. I mean, technically full because he only does the beginning. He does
new footage for this. That's what we're saying.
Yes,
it's not
the last of his new footage.
Yeah.
And he had to die knowing he did these movies. But he's like, oh wait, I'm talking to my puppets on the run from the Nazis.
Yes.
And he's like, oh look, I found pieces of an old puppet. Let me tell you a story. Other puppets that have lived this.
Yeah, about this other series of puppets for some reason. Oh, and like we said before, where's the kid that he was with? Forgot the kid's name.
Oh, they ate him.
Yeah. Well, we know
he's dead.
We know he's not actually doing it, but it's like, isn't he on the run with the kid I was watching?
I think they actually mentioned something in Legacy.
Gosh, there's too many of these.
Whatever.
Yeah, but
little fat Jewish kid.
The
little fat Jewish kid.
And so he's just like sitting in a bar, and he's like, let me portray this story to you, my puppets, about these other puppets I had that are also alive. And you're like, what the hell? I thought these were your first.
Yeah, I thought these were your first. And I'm pretty sure, aren't these puppets technically the same puppets
that you were using in your show before and stuff?
And then not only that, like, because it also didn't make sense when you see the old puppets, and they are prototypes of the ones you've seen.
They're like unpainted wooden.
Yeah, of the ones you've seen.
Yeah.
And what you call it? And I assume somehow over time he molded them to look better.
Yeah, he got better. I guess.
But yeah, they're just like, here's a story of these other puppets that I had that don't get mentioned again so much.
And this completely
much later.
We joke about it, but this completely botches the timeline, butchers the timeline, chops it.
Oh no, it gets fixed later, Carl. You'll see.
When we meet,
you'll see.
I gotta see when this actually took place.
Why have to see? Because you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's gonna be 19. It's gonna be not even the right moment in history.
Yeah, I think this is because he's old. Because when we see him the first time, when he first learned about the puppets, it was like 1912 when he first learned about reanimation from Egyptian sorcery.
Which, by the way, is getting retconned now.
Yeah,
it's getting retconned now.
As one does. But now we cut, I think, 10 years prior to when he meets Elsa, and it's 1902. In France.
Yes.
He's not in Egypt. He's in France. Paris, France, doing his show.
Even
though he's like 20,
Is it supposed to be during any war, like World War I, or
I think it's 1902, like before the war. There's no war going on.
Okay, but
I mean, these dudes are definitely still Nazi.
Because they're still like, yeah. I mean, because I'm saying there's some kind of, I don't know if it's an occupation thing or if it's just because the state's militaristic. Because this takes place in France, right?
Yeah, takes place in France.
So I don't know what's going on there, but there is a military presence there or something, or the military's involved. Because the Toulon's girl, she's like the daughter of some politician, right?
Like diplomat. That's I think from somewhere else, Sweden or something.
Yeah,
also it's not French. She's one
of those ones that didn't win the war.
Yeah. So he has this theater, but we get Oscar's favorite recurring character. Sutek is in this one. He's back.
Oh, but he's not a nipple demon this time. He's not a nipple demon. Instead, we get the Scanners Star Wars Jedi version.
Oh my god.
Tamu fucking Dollar Tree version of Jedi fights where they're literally
going microwave hands. No,
microwave hands. That's what it is.
Microwave hands. Because I remember.
Oh, I'm getting angry.
In the clips from our previous. Yeah, it's basically they're like. He's there's the Egyptian sorcerer guy is a different guy this time. Still the Egyptian, he's an Egyptian sorcerer, I still think, but he's on the run from Sutek, and he's like, you can't let him give the secrets of immortality
because dude, just let him have it at this point.
It's like, and how easy? Where did he get it from? And how easy is it to get these people to get it if you're that hell bent on murdering them instantly if they even talk to someone or perchance on anyone else? So. The setting is too long. Most of the entire setting, I think, is just his theater, and then I think the embassy.
Embassy,
that's it.
Theater,
and the train. That's it. 3 places.
Embassy, and the train, and that's it. Yeah, you're right.
And the sewers when they.
Yeah.
So.
And you get to see really Greg Sestero's impeccable acting. You wonder why he didn't take off from the room.
Amazing accent, impeccable.
Oh my god, that accent!
Amazing French accent.
Amazing French accent, and also what you call it. So the way this kind of starts fusing together is that this sorcerer that's running away from Sutek travels to France to try to escape, and then somehow comes across Greg Sestero's character.
He somehow chances on to this theater. We have to give you the background. It's Greg Sestero Toulon, a couple of his buddies who you know are just going to be
mercs. They're fodder
to fill the puppet's soul, to fill up the puppets with souls. This Elsa and this random homeless guy that just stoops outside of his mansion. Those are your cast, and Egyptian sorcerer and Sutek's Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh my god,
judge.
See, like what I don't understand.
That's what they look like.
Yeah, but that's been the motif this whole time. Where I'm like. Why even? Because I get it, Gestapo before. That's what they dress like. Okay,
France,
but the Sutek guy is like they all. Even when in the other movies where they were dropping off the demons, they had that weird Gestapo look, like they're from Dark City.
Like those secret Nazis. That's what they look like.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Now these are Sutek Nazis.
But now they don't even have cover. They have this still weird melty face and discolored red. And yellow face.
And by the way, they came up looking like mummies, but and then they Halloween mummies, wrapped in toilet paper. It's toilet paper. It's not even gauze. No. It's toilet paper.
It's actually Spirit might be a step up.
I wipe my ass with this movie.
So Elsa goes to his show and she's completely enthralled. And she's like, she's.
Wow, they really had nothing back then. They had nothing. They had nothing.
That's the only. So, but mind you, these aren't like his puppets that are alive. This is him. First starting out, so his puppets aren't alive. They're on strings and mechanical.
Which also, by the way, these are weird concepts for puppets.
Terrible. Yeah.
Which I'm like, why are you making these puppets and not look like normal people? Why is he making
like a Brooklyn Pinhead puppet, a doctor puppet?
Oh shit, Dylon's here.
A doctor puppet, some weird tribal puppet. And like
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death is one of them.
So it's like because he didn't have Blade yet because he didn't.
Like,
even the writers and directors we can't make Blade yet because we still want to make it within the timeline because we're still using too long. Guy Ralph.
You guys just should have done it. Who gives a shit?
It actually
they had a 6-shooter too, didn't they?
I think
they had a really shitty 6-shooter,
and it's like it makes less sense because he shouldn't know the formula yet. So then 10 years, 14 years later, he should be like, I already knew this.
Yeah,
I'm good.
But yeah, whatever.
Whatever went down before. So and Sutek's on my butt. So
yeah, because that never came up ever again.
Never came up again.
It's like Sutek saw him and he was like, he's already getting chased by Nazis. Maybe I should wait my turn.
Yeah, they'll probably kill him.
Let me wait my turn.
Like,
I'll come back.
Kill him.
Yeah, that was probably actually it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll leave it to the Nazis. So, it was kind of weird because he gets injured, but I think Elsa just like scares off Sutek's guys. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing to that old Egyptian man?
Oh, rich white lady,
that old white Egyptian man." And she's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Rich white lady, we're out of here." And he's like half dead, but Toulon nurses him back to health. Nurses him back to health, and he's grateful. So he teaches him the secret. And he's like, and you think it's some complicated thing, some spell work. It's no. Here's this ringlet. You stab,
which was never a thing. It used to just be a syringe.
Where did this ringlet come out?
I mean, because also it looked like they have to draw a significant amount of that juice to make this thing work.
Where's the reanimator juice? No, it's just
ringlet.
Pink, and then put it into your puppet that you
like
use,
dip it into
and
your
then
dude.
Say the chant, and
puppet.
You're good.
No, the chant, which also
back.
The chant never comes back ever again after this.
No, the chant's back for this, of course, because we needed it for this. So there's a homeless kid, and he's kind of nice to him, but we don't know if he's actually fleecing people, if he's actually homeless or not. But like he literally comes back 5 minutes later, and the kid's dead. Just like that was
look,
quick.
It's 1902, Carl. He probably had a paper cut and died from dysentery right there.
It's my time.
But you know what's fucked up? So now he's like, "Hey, I have this new power. I can help him.
I can use him by conveying his life to a puppet."
Yeah, because that's what the kid probably wanted, right?
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
No consideration.
No consideration. Your feelings don't matter in this. So he does it. He pricks the back of his head, gets like spinal fluid, reanimator fluid, and just stabs the puppet. And moments later, he's good. He's like, "You know who you are? You know who I am? Okay, cool." And
he becomes Pinhead, right?
Yeah, he's Pinhead. That's the first. And he's like, "You can just run around the theater, and that's your life
and
now.
That's your life now. Cool. Until I need you
to fight. So that's your life now." But then Sutek's like, "All right, we got to stop messing around. Let's get in there." So he sends his goons in there, and they just start microwave handing all of Toulon's friends.
Oh, all of his friends.
All of them get it. And some of them try to put a fight, but microwave radiation in your face kind of just puts you down for the count.
Yep.
Where were these microwave hands with like Sutek's demon puppets and stuff? Who knows?
Oh yeah. Or like, why did Sutek send puppets last time?
That only worked 100 years ago.
And then we can't send mummies. We don't have mummies anymore.
Yeah, can't say microwave hand mummies. Only send the demon puppets.
Now that we're putting this together, this is turning out to be a better movie than I thought, Carl.
It's so stupid, but
it's a lot. It's a lot of insinuation here that you really have to think about.
You have to think about the behind the background for this, because he microwaves all 5 of his friends. They're all dead. So then Toulon gets to work and starts putting them into the puppets, conveying all his friends to this terrible fate. We see the Dr. Death, Witch guy. I love how these are bad versions.
Tunneler and Dr. Death, which is like the big new insert. Oh, and Cyclops, who the story is technically about.
Yeah, as Cyclops, Pinhead.
No, I think he does have a proto blade. But it's not Blade.
It's Wish Blade. That's what it is. I don't even think he has a blade.
No, he probably doesn't. And honestly, I guess maybe because he keeps losing puppets.
Yeah,
because
he apparently goes through these like tissue paper.
Yeah, because there are a lot of movies where they start off like, "Oh, you have pieces to this other puppet. What is this? We'll talk about that later."
Yeah.
And now this is the moment we're actually talking about it.
It's supposed to be an unfinished blade, I think. So they're all in the puppets. Don't know. Oh no, he was with Elsa, and he's trying to get her.
He's trying to get her.
I was like, I don't know why he didn't microwave him. But
because he's like, because I think he's the new master. He has resistance.
The microwave hands,
and also like at this point too, he does this thing where he does the carving of the symbol in him, so he gets protected.
Because Egyptian sorcerer guy goes out with a bang. He's like, they come back and like, oh screw you guys aren't gonna kill me. I'll go on my own terms. And he pulls, I think he kills himself.
Oh, yeah. He's self-microwaved.
Yeah, he's like, I'll go on my own terms.
And they're just like, okay, cool. Let's get out of here.
Oh, crap. We forgot the new puppet master. We got to go after him. So he grabs Elsa from, this was like, he should be dead, but because the puppets do kill, there's 3 of them. There's always got to be 3 of them. They kill one of them. And then the other 2 kidnap Elsa.
Yes, and just to lure the puppet master.
Just to lure the puppet master onto the train to have their big climactic standoff on the train, where she's literally the damsel in distress wearing a white gown, chained up in the train like this.
I love how the camera work is like, let me rock back and forth to show that the train's moving.
Guarantee the train's not moving.
No, not at all.
And so. Spoiler, because it's super hard to fight off these. Actually, no, not even. They just fight them straight up and kill both of them.
Yep. No. The puppets come in and help.
Tula can fight them bare-fisted, no weapon, no gun.
No, because he's the puppet master now.
You have resistance.
Even though the last guy that clearly had more experience, who couldn't take 3 of them on, so he killed himself.
And so, but you can take 2 on with your puppets because they can't just grab these things and smash them. They all get taken out. It's so bad. You can even see them shuffling along the ground.
Oh god, it's terrible.
And so him and Elsa are going, I guess, to Egypt or somewhere.
Yeah, they really don't explain where. Maybe they're just trying to get away.
They're just trying to get away from Sutek because that. And so he's like, yeah. So that happened. That was a story. Thanks for listening to my story, puppets. But there might be another story for another time.
And then it just kind of ends.
And then it just ends.
And
what the hell was that?
It was really kind of like, look, I'll give this movie this. There was stuff happening. I didn't mind
how more puppet kills and microwave kills.
And how goofy the actual villains were. Oh my God. And then the microwaving made me, I died laughing every time I saw that.
We cried laughing.
I died laughing.
We watched this one together and we cried.
Because it's like, literally, it's like I'm surprised they didn't make the noises with their mouths. Like,
if it's that easy, literally within 15 seconds, you're dead. You're just dead. There's no defenses. You're just microwaved from the inside out, and that never comes back. No, it does come back when we get. It's like 4 movies down the road.
Oh my God! And now I'm pretty sure we're at Puppet Master
we can just Legacy. We can just blaze through.
So this is the beginning of what I call.
Wait. What? No, there's no budget. Never mind.
Because it's probably like $20.
We're losing the budget.
I'm gonna take a shot for this one just because
take a shot. Jester's not even in this.
Nothing happens in this. This is so. Let's say, you know what, you guys, if you're gonna watch any of these movies
in flashback,
if you're gonna watch any of the Puppet Master movies up until now, watch Legacy because you'll get the gist of every movie that's happened before this.
We were like, thank God for this movie.
This is literally
because 7 movies in, you're gonna forget stuff. I wish they had another Legacy for the second half of these movies because we definitely forgot stuff. But they're like, thank God, because now we can get the quick notes, the cliff notes of all these movies, because this movie had to be made. It starts with some spy who has Peter. That's his name.
You know what it is? So this is what I was going to say before. This is the beginning of what I assume is the tax write-off era.
This was the
of the Puppet Master series. No, before I think they might have been trying. This one had 0 effort. And it's literally a clip show. It's a clip show. It's like when you go in a sitcom, the bottle episode where they remember all the cool shit that happened before.
Time we did this and this, like at the beginning of the season, all the way to the end. Good times. It's literally that.
Yep.
But they try to make a plot in between it. Plot.
And like you said, it started off with a spy. And the thing that this reminded me of, it almost looked like a PS1 cutaway scene for like Resident Evil. where like this lady's going through this house.
The budgets in these.
There's no budget for this one because this is a clip show. This isn't even a movie. Like if this got put out to Blockbuster and you rented it, I would be furious.
That poor soul who rented this one.
I would be furious. This is something that should be on Sci-Fi Channel only.
Even then, you'd be pissed. You feel like, what did I?
Well, at least with Sci-Fi Channel, you have the opportunity to change the channel.
And
with Blockbuster, you rented, you committed.
Be traced because you get like the truncated like cliff notes of these. So you're like, is this the Puppet Master too? And then you're like, okay, no, it's not. What are we watching? And then you realize, okay, this is crap. Because they just cycle through the other 7 movies.
And they try to make them all connect.
Yeah.
They do. They try.
That's what they're saying. This is all one timeline, which makes
which, by the way, it's not even that they try to connect it. They just try to say the things in order.
Yeah.
Like acknowledging that these things happen, that they're canon.
Yeah.
That they're pretty much acknowledging what's canon.
Everything's canon, which makes it make no sense.
No, it doesn't.
That's like Peter should know that it doesn't make any sense because he's the new Puppet Master. I guess Jane did get arrested or killed because Peter, the kid from 3, he's grown up now. He's an adult, and he has a puppet back at the Bodega Inn. Because where else are you gonna go? Go anywhere?
They have nowhere else. I guess they don't have to pay rent there or anything. It must be paid for.
It must be paid for. I guess Rick's dead.
Actually, all the owners technically at this point are dead. This place should be owned by the government alone.
We'll get to it. Oh, she's Rogue Agent McLean. That's what I was.
Oh, Rogue Agent.
Who
agent of what? She's a mercenary.
Somehow she found Toulon's diary. Everyone just finds this. You can just buy it on eBay.
Yeah. I think she took it from someone, and I'm pretty sure it's insinuated.
How?
No, it's insinuated. I don't know if you're gonna mention this, but it's insinuated that she actually killed the last the new kid that they tried making the blonde kid from.
I think that's what or she's either killed or she came onto the scene and the puppets betrayed him because she says that at the end, like every puppet master gets betrayed.
Either way, he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead. This continues the whole thing of, hey, everyone's getting killed off screen or we have to start moving along with new characters because they just start cycling characters at this point. No. Like it's nothing. It's Game of Thrones level where you're just like, don't get attached to anyone.
You're right.
If you can.
She killed him.
She killed him.
That's how she gets the diary. So for Rick, he's just chilling. She wants the secret to the puppets because she has a vendetta with the puppets. She doesn't explain why, but because she the whole retro plot besides the clip show is her like, give me the secret of the formula. Give me the secret of the formula to the kid all grown up. He's at gunpoint. The puppets are unactive, but they're like on the table. And the whole thing, she's like, give me the secret of the formula. Don't be like Toulon from movie 1 or Toulon from movie 2. And that's how the clips happen. And we
my God. They literally play the movies through.
Yeah, they just play. Like, it's not even like intercut. They just start playing straight up fast forward scenes of the movies.
It's literally a clip show or a best of each movie up until this point. And like I said, if you don't want to fucking deal with the rest of the Puppet Masters, just watch this.
He has an alias. He's Weiss, but he's really Peter, because we need that twist for some reason. Because she's like, yeah, I found the diary. The other Puppet Master Rick wouldn't give it up, so I had to kill him. But it's like, why? And especially when we find out why she wants to do this, she tells them all about the murders, because these are all confirmed, which is, how is this place still standing if all these murders are confirmed? Why is she a rogue agent doing this?
I thought she was hired.
No, well, she's rogue now. She was hired, but now she's gone rogue because they wanted the formula. But now she's like, I want to destroy them. That's the twist. She's like, I don't want that's the twist.
Because they're evil.
They're evil, and their souls are trapped, and I want to learn how to destroy them. Like, it's not that hard. Since you've played the clips, not that hard to destroy these things.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. These things you can
fire or a lampstand or
a lampstand, anything. Or you could just step on them.
Step on them.
You could throw a pillow at it and probably kill it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure throw a fire extinguisher at them. Pretty much takes them out. But she's like, I have to know. And Peter's like, I don't know. what you're talking about is, and then finally, she's like, the puppet masters created the souls are in agony. They don't ever convey, the puppets never convey this.
Yeah, they seem pretty chill about their existence.
Chill about their existence.
Oh my god, they don't even fucking reveal anything up until the end. It's just a clip show until the end.
So she's like, yeah, even though she killed Rick, so I guess everyone besides Rick is like, the puppets will always turn on you and get violent and everything.
You know what I realized though?
Because I think Pinhead knocks the gun out of her hand and then he picks it up and shoots her. Yeah. And then as she's dying, she's like, yeah, you're screwed. They're going to come after you next. And then out of nowhere, the puppet's like, yeah, it's up for him now. So
and they just go after him at that point.
And the final thing, then he's like starts blasting.
Stupid. So goddamn stupid.
That is legacy.
I'm watching this too. And by the way, they don't acknowledge in 2 about the lady that takes off with
Camille. What? She didn't explain. We had to finish up what happened with Rick, of course. Don't explain either what happened with Jane.
No, I doesn't know.
Or Camille. They're gone. There's someone. Jane and Camille are probably working together in the next movie.
Oh my god! And the next one.
Oh, here we go. So this is the first half. Legacy is like the cutoff point.
We now enter.
We're now the
Kanye era.
Wait, rating for this one?
Oh, rating for this one? This is also a dumpster fire because it shouldn't exist.
It shouldn't exist. It's a waste of your time.
Unless I'm serious. If you don't want to see
us.
Yeah, no. I mean, obviously we were forced to do this.
I'm saying this is good for us to get a refresher on all the other crappy movies.
True.
that's just us being.
And I'm saying this too. If you really don't want to see the other Puppet Master movies and you just want to watch this one, just watch this one.
Or if you're doing a long marathon type review like us and you forgot,
just
watch that one.
Just watch that one.
You won't miss it.
I probably should have watched that before we went through this
probably
again.
should have just watched that one and not watched
and not watch the rest of it.
Some agony.
And now we're at this is Puppet Master Access.
No.
What is
next
this one?
Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Oh, fuck you.
You had to remind me. I almost skipped over this one, you guys. I almost forgot about this one.
I didn't think you actually wanted to do this one.
You made me. You reminded. He did more work. You guys should be thinking he watched the other stupid.
I watched Demonic Toys. And by the way, that is on the wheel, but we didn't hit that for the next one. That is on the wheel. Okay. So we're now in Elseworld territory. This is Elseworld. This is Elseworld.
This is completely.
No, because this is not on the timeline.
They're not even trying to establish it's on the timeline, or like the only thing that's connected is they use Toulon's name, I guess.
Yeah, because the main guy in this is Toulon's like great grandnephew, and it is this is probably the biggest star they have in the franchise. Corey Feldman as Ed
Robert Toulon.
Robert Toulon? I thought it was something stupid like Ted or some shit.
It's something like that. Yeah, Robert Toulon. Yep, we've got the great grandnephew of.
And I'm gonna say this:
Toulon had siblings and stuff. You never mentioned them.
Nope. Yeah, he had siblings apparently, and not only that,
and they all knew about puppetry
and also this is also, I believe, not this is not Full Moon. I think
this is always.
Well, I think this is either that, but the other studio,
yes,
the other studio that it's partnered with clearly had more influence on this.
There is a budget for this one.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Oh my god.
So,
what the hell?
So anyway, so you're introduced to You're back to the puppet. You're back with Toulon. Toulon is obviously Corey. I'm just gonna say Corey Feldman.
It's Corey Feldman.
Yeah, because it's Corey Feldman. And I'll say this: Corey Feldman throws his ass into this movie. He fucking acts his ass off in this movie. He is on point. He is nailing this.
Point. Almost Oscar worthy. Definitely at least MTV Movie Award worthy.
He would get Best Actor at the MTV Movie Awards for this as Robert Toulon because he is into this. Either that or the cocaine.
This is straight to sci-fi.
Oh, this is a straight
Full Moon.
Oh, it's a straight to sci-fi movie.
Yeah,
interesting. So I guess this is when they started just kind of slutting out their shit. After a while, they're just like, "Yo, demonic toys, puppet master, you got to get on that corner. You got to earn me that money." Oh, is that Sci-Fi Channel? Yo, he's a good customer. Go over there.
Go over there.
Do whatever he wants
for this terrible crossover, because we needed this crossover. This is like Avengers Civil War. This is what we needed. This demonic toys and puppet master is gonna be on like Donkey Kong.
It's gonna be blood. It's gonna be a bloodbath. And you know that's how they advertise it on Sci-Fi when they're about to put this out. They were just like, "This is the greatest," because I mean, technically they're both full moon properties, so I don't know why they just didn't do that. But I guess Sci-Fi was just like, "Hey, you guys aren't doing this.
You guys want? Can we borrow that for a little second?"
Yeah, whatever. Yo, let's just throw that over. I'll give it back when I'm done with it. And then
this is the same time as Seed of Chucky. This is the same 2004.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. 2004 was terrible. 2004 was a terrible year for horror. Carl, please find another movie that was 2004 that's better. That's good. Was there a good one? That I said horror movie.
Oh, horror. Is there any good horror? Let's find.
In the early 2000s, there might be.
As Oscar described, I'll look for something. Hopefully there was.
But I mean,
Oscar describes the plot.
Yes. So, if you even want to call it that. Actually, I can't even really remember the plot.
All right.
Here you go.
You look at 2004. I'll describe the plot because I forgot. I skipped over this movie. And I was just like, "Oh no, dude, you got to watch that one too." It's a crossover. I was like,
"Look, all I know is that there is an evil corporate lady."
Oh my god! Okay. So it starts with Too Long. It starts with Corey Feldman, who has the puppets now. After they murdered
Alien versus Predator is here too.
There's no.
Oh, Blade Trinity.
You're getting worse. It's not worse than this, but just bad in general.
I mean, Creep.
2004 is not a good year for horror, guys.
No, that's Cube Zero.
Cube, sequel to Cube.
Oh, technically a prequel.
Prequel to Cube.
Ooh, Exorcist the beginning. Frankenfish.
Brilliant.
Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed.
Oh my.
Oh no, this was a bad year.
Okay, well, that makes sense now why this is terrible. So
I'm not even gonna look anymore. There you go.
So Corey Feldman is the new puppet master because they killed Peter. This is Elseworlds because they
this doesn't
some of this stuff.
No, this
is it's Elseworlds.
No, it's Elseworlds. He
has the puppets. Where did this guy come from? Where has he been? You're too if you know about your
Sutek's not a thing.
Sutek's gone. He's dead now. If you
that is true. Timeline. That's true. Also, so I guess this takes place after the nipple demon.
This place I think in 2004 because it is up to date, and we get cops. We definitely get cops. Oh my gosh! So he has the puppets, and he has his own toy store, and he wants to fix up the puppets, get them working. He has Reanimator juice, and he's starting to.
Yeah, they kept that.
Yeah, they brought back Reanimator juice for this one. And he has a daughter as well. Don't forget her name, but she's there. And there's this evil corporation that has the demonic toys. Like they work for Satan, I guess, or not Sutek.
Okay, so no, it's Bale. The demon is Bale. Yes. So it's this evil corporate lady that's
evil corporation that works for Bale.
That's trying to cause a mass murder to gain control of the puppets.
Yeah, she's trying to make demonic toys worldwide, and she needs
why I don't know
formula for this.
Yeah, she needs basically the magic that Toulon has to have this happen with all of her demonic toys that she's sending out.
Even though they're already animated, so just keep doing that.
Well, the thing is that these
apparently need extra boost.
I'm pretty sure it's because that he's somehow you hear the dog.
No, the dog's leaving. Like this is terrible.
This is terrible. No, but she has to you have to harness the power of this demon that's controlling the demonic toys.
Yes.
And by the way, this is the first time Carl's probably met Baby Oopsie, who is pretty much the leader of the demonic toys.
Yeah, he's the face of the demonic.
Because he's the only one that really talks.
There's
the Jack in the Box,
evil Jack in the Box,
and Teddy Bear,
and him,
and then I think there's a girl or something.
Girly.
I forgot already.
I think in this one they only had those three. I know in the other movies because I saw them on Tubi. I think there are other toys, but I think in this one it's just those three. And literally, Bale, literally a demon, like in full. At least the makeup and costume design is good for it. But he's literally just a demon, and this corporation. I thought this was Tara Strong.
Oh my god,
she looks like Tara. I looked at she's not Tara Strong, but I thought it was Tara Strong. I was like young Tara Strong doing this random movie. But as Oscar said, Corey's acting in this superb. I don't know if he was high for most of it.
He was definitely high.
Something, but he's always talking like this, and we're gonna make the puppets.
He's very animated for no reason.
He's like, "Don't worry, daughter. I don't know." Literally, that's
don't worry, daughter.
That's literally his acting. It's that.
But you know what? Also, it's like I said, he threw his ass into this movie, and the thing is, it's like. He's having fun with this,
he's he's
treating it like a sitcom. There's points in this movie where a cop comes in and they're trying to hide things, so he just like puts his hand over the counter.
Like, you don't see anything.
And he's like also awkwardly flirting with the girl cop. I mean, not gonna lie, she is pretty fine.
Yeah,
but
the
girl cop,
the CEO boss lady,
and daughter too. She's fine too.
Well, she is our age.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's okay now, I guess. Even back then. So she is our age.
There you go.
But because she was like 17.
Oh, I need to clarify that.
I need to clarify because Oscar like their daughter, but she was like 18 then. So she's like,
and yeah, we were pretty much the same. Actually, this is 2003, right?
This is 2004. So we.
Oh no, we were like I was 17, 18.
Yeah, we were like 17.
No. Actually, we were.
No, 16. We're 16.
Yeah.
We're dumb.
Okay.
Yeah. We're 16. She's like 17 in the movie.
All right.
I'm saying for then, but now I'm saying she's our age anyways now. So it's also not permanent. It's not like a 8-year-old daughter. We just
oh my god, no! What the fuck? Why'd you go that low? Why'd you have to go that low?
Because people don't know the context. You just say daughter. We just have to clarify. She's like a senior in high school. Oscar's like, why'd you go that low?
Yeah, that's so low.
Okay.
Oh my god.
From that, but no.
Oh yeah, no. From that because because this movie. Look, you would think that this is also kind of pitched as a horror comedy.
This is horror. The horror is watching
a horror comedy because it has scary elements in it. Unless the idea of just toys moving by themselves freaks you out, that's as far as the horror is gonna go. But it's technically a horror comedy.
It's comedy for sure. I was cracking up this whole time. So, CEO lady continuously sacrifices her front desk secretaries to the demon, like out of nowhere. She's just like, I'm bored. You, Stacy.
Oh, because I think they have to eat or something.
The demon needs sustenance.
Oh yeah, it has to be sacrificed.
And the toys need sustenance. So he's like, you, Stacy, come with me into the secret elevator. Not creepy at all. Just come with me. And then we're going to go down this creepy dark corridor into this sacrifice chamber with like an iron maiden.
A clear sacrifice chamber.
A literal pit to hell.
Which is also like at a certain point, wouldn't you just go like, I'm turning around.
Yeah, wouldn't the girl at any point be like, because then Bale, I was about to say Sutek because Bale's minions grab her, and then she sees the demonic toys show up, and Baby Oopsie basically sexually assaults her. Because why not?
Yeah, Baby Oopsie is pretty much the goat of this movie.
He's a predator. This is why we had to establish age, because this movie has sexual predator.
It has predatory vibes.
Yeah, because Oopsie assaults the secretary, rips her blouse open, and just starts like motorboarding.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's
and like scratching her.
Which also for Sci-Fi Channel, why were they allowed to do that? Like,
even in 2004. But Sci-Fi had some weird stuff like that.
That's true.
So the secretary is like screaming. She's like, "Please stop torturing me!" And he's like, "All right, time for the sacrifice." And then they shove her into the Iron Maiden, which like sucks out her goo. which gives sustenance to Bale.
It's literally goo. Also, it's not even blood. It's goo.
It's like goo.
Like I don't know what kind of weird diffusion device that is.
Yes, but she's like, bring me those puppets. But I think our second command is like, why do we want this? And it's like, because no, it's a very stupid premise. Because like, just wait until Christmas and you can just take the puppets. Like I guess the rights are up, or like his toy store will be out of business.
Yeah, I forget. It's such a convoluted thing.
He's like, we could just do a hostile takeover after Christmas, but she's like, I can't wait for some reason.
They need Alexandra, the daughter, I think.
Yeah, and they need her
to sacrifice.
But it's like you can just take her out. She's like, no, we have to do this now. Like, there's no timer, but she's like super impatient herself.
Also, I think
she wants the puppets for herself.
I'm pretty sure there's a certain time limit because Bale pretty much says if you don't do this by this time,
by Christmas, because it takes place during Christmas.
Yes, this is sci-fi's Christmas movie. So if you ever want to watch anything, watch Gremlins.
No, forget Gremlins. Watch this.
Watch this.
So she's like, I'm gonna send some goons over to Corey's toy store, and you're gonna steal the puppets for me. The puppets look terrible. They're not the originals. By
the way, if you've seen Demonic Toys too, these aren't the original Demonic Toys.
These look worse than the retro puppets.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's weird. It's like they kind of weirdly downgraded it because they couldn't get the actual puppets.
So they had to. The sci-fi crew had to make
their own out of like Play-Doh.
It does not look good.
No, not at all. And like the effects in this with the fighting and stuff, like because they do eventually have the fight.
What do we have in the lineup? We got, of course, Blade.
Tunneler, Pinhead.
Oscar's favorite, Jester.
I think they have 6-shooter.
And 6, I think.
No, they do have 6-shooter.
Yes, those, I think.
And then also, if you don't remember, at the end of this, when they do the final battle, they soup up all of them with 6-shooter has fucking lasers.
And laser guns instead of regular guns. Oh my gosh. So the goons show up and start busting into his garage, trying to take the puppets. Obviously, the puppets don't want none of that, so they're fighting back. They jump too long, Corey Feldman, and start beating him, set the place on fire, and I think Pinhead gets like immolated a little bit. He's like, "No, Pinhead," and the daughter comes out like, "No, Dad, we gotta save him." And for some out of nowhere, like minutes later, the cops show up onto the scene. Who called the cops? She's like, "I heard a disturbance. What happened?" And he's trying to. I don't know why he's trying to cover it up. He could be like, "Some dudes just jumped me." But he's like she might know the secret or something. Well, I don't know why she would. But he's like, yeah, there's nothing going on here, officer.
Yeah, I'm saying it's that nonchalant kind of act. It's like, very so fucking stupid. Sitcom. It's very sitcom.
It's so stupid because he's like, there's nothing going on here. He's trying to hide the puppets. He might as well just do the thing where he puts one of the puppets under a rug, like kicks his foot up and puts
I'm surprised he didn't do that.
I'm surprised they didn't do that, but you might as well. And the daughter's just sitting there like, Dad, what's wrong with you? You got to tell him. It's like, no, we can't tell her.
Yeah, because I mean, I think he says it like pretty much like they're gonna think we're crazy, which is true.
It's true.
I would absolutely
you don't
think
have to tell her that. Just tell her that someone tried to. He's like, oh yeah, someone did try to jump me, but it's fine.
It's fine. I'm okay because I'm a man, and because he's clearly flirting with the officer.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah.
By the way,
he's like. But she's also flirting back. I don't know what she's like. Oh yeah.
Hey, look, she knows anything because she knows it's Corey Feldman.
She says it. She's like, here's my personal number. Call me anytime. He's like, oh yeah, I will. He literally speaks like that. I'm not even trying to. This is how he's acting. We're not even trying to play.
It's like he's like
we usually do.
I don't know what his.
I don't know what his direction was.
Yeah, like. Could you just sound like you're that sleazy motel worker?
Face, like we're watching it in clips in the background. His face is like this. He doesn't appear well adjusted. But I guess that's the motif for every puppet master.
Well adjusted
at all.
No, with the blonde kid wasn't as bad. It's and you know what it is? I don't know what the direction was for this. He just
direction.
I'm pretty sure it was just Corey Feldman being Corey Feldman. Yeah. Like I'm surprised he didn't break out into Michael Jackson moves at a certain point.
Just pretend you're a deranged puppet master.
And he has like the big Don King hair,
like this crazy hair.
Which I'm like, what is this? I guess because Toulon never had hair like that. So like, why is that the thing?
I don't know. They're like, this is the direction. It's like you have to look crazy and appear crazy, but trying to be well adjusted is basically what they're doing.
Try to be well adjusted.
Because he actually knows the CEO and actually has gone to her before. But now now the CEO is even more impatient after they got thwarted the first time. She's like, now I'm sending the demonic toys after you. So I think one of them jumps the officer in the car. So, she jumps them in the house. She runs to her car, and baby Oopsie is on the back. And you know what his motif is? He farts. That's what he does.
He's literally his big stick, Nickelodeon joke.
His stick is farting, cursing, and being a predator pervert.
So it's a very time capsule character.
I thought we were gonna go a way different approach because
you haven't seen Demonic Toys yet. That's why.
Oh gosh, we better not hit that on the way.
You wait and see.
There's mercy. If there's mercy in this world, but he knocks out the cop, and she knocks her out, and I'm like, what's he gonna do? This unconscious cop in this car, but they just leave her knocked out. And then they capture the girl and the demonic toys when Toulon's like in another room. So we're just in it, like she's not screaming loud enough for you to get to your daughter.
Look, reactions aren't a thing in the series because no one reacts like they're supposed to. No one hears anything. Remember in the first one?
Yeah.
Literally, it started from the first one.
Murdered.
And no one else can hear, and they're psychic and they still can't tell.
They are smart enough to not stay at the toy store at the house, so they go to a different place, a different building, but they find them there, get the puppets, put them in a steel box, and but no, because we're skipping around. Before that, he soups up because a lot of them were burnt in the fire at the toy store, so he soups them up, like I said, to be Jason X style puppets.
That's the best way to describe it. The Jason. This is the Jason X of this fucking series because they gave fucking Pinhead these metal hands.
Jester
actually has a weapon, and you still don't do shit.
Jester gets a mace, a spiked mace, as a new hand.
Fucking Six Shooter has lasers.
Six Shooter has Terminator eye. And laser
Terminator. He looks like fucking.
He looks like Terminator.
He looks like Kano from Mortal Kombat.
Terrible. How could they not get the original puppets? It looks so terrible.
They're like, we're gonna give you the rights. I just need sandwich money. Come on, man.
Sandwich money, but can't get the puppets. I don't know where they are today. But you can remake them if you want. And Blade gets brand new shiny hook and blade on his hands, and so that's their new arsenal. But then he goes into the next room, and they're still captured anyways, and they're in this box. And that's when she conveys her whole secret plan. Because she gets another secretary and kills her because they just go through these. Nobody looks for these people. No.
Not here. I don't even know it takes place. It's still in California, I guess.
I think it's still in California. Oh.
There's got to be a horny person in every movie, Carl.
So
the CEO, the evil CEO.
The super hot CEO lady, they have his puppets. Toulon's going to get them back and get his daughter back. They're sending her down to the demonic gulag to be sacrificed.
Yes, the gulag.
That's basically like down this literally castle-esque
I'm
corridor.
Sorry, if you're a secretary and you see that
in a corporate building, there's this like demonic corridor that just leads to
turn around. You do not fucking continue down the dark corridor.
What's going on, ma'am? Oh,
she goes in like a Blade Iron Maiden thing.
So she has Toulon in her office trying to bargain with us. Like, yeah, you can't get your toys back, but you can have sex with me. And it's like,
honestly, I might have taken her up on that. I might have just let my daughter die. I'm not gonna lie.
You hear that? I might just let
my family die. I don't know. I mean,
I can make another.
I probably don't get a lot of play being Toulon's great nephew.
Toulon, estranged, crazy nephew,
who looks like Corey Feldman.
I didn't even get this daughter. We never. They barely mentioned the mom. Who cares? But he turns her down, even though she's like literally stripping in front of him. He's like,
she is.
But he's also kind of like, no, I can't.
Okay, the apprehension's real. I would just go through with it. So Corey Feldman is a better man than me, and he is a superb actor in this movie.
He's kind of like, oh yeah, there's the whole part of my daughter being sacrificed to a demon. I kind of got to take care of that. Sorry, and you're working with him, so can't. He's like nah. So the lady cop comes to, drives onto the scene. The puppets. Her second command has Jack in the Box, who can do screech abilities or something. I was like, he starts screaming, which is like
to be honest, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the first Demonic Toys. I'm pretty sure all he did was just bite the shit out of you.
Yeah, just like neck bite people.
Yeah,
he does that.
You know what's fucked up though? Like this was a movie, well, like Demonic Toys and stuff. That was one of those blockbuster movies where you see this and you'd be like, this is kind of cool. Like you think that the Jack in the Box would have some crazy power. No, it just bites the shit out of you, or just strangles you with the.
It's like an anaconda.
Yeah,
in a box.
It's fucking stupid, man. It doesn't like you would think it would go like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, like craziness if they're gonna do it. Like, but forget it's full moon. They can't afford shit, and it's sci-fi. They could afford even less somehow.
So the second command comes in with him, and he's like, "I'm sorry," and he opens the box and it starts screeching, and it's like people's ears are bleeding.
Yep.
The puppets are freaking out, and then Blade, I think, cuts it
out of the Jack in the Box,
and then I think Pinhead just punches it, and then they run down to the demonic lair, and that's when they have their. This is when it's literally Demonic Toys versus and Bale.
Why is Bale in a Santa outfit? I forgot that.
Because it's Christmas, Oscar. He's celebrating.
He's Bale.
So the daughter's in the Iron Maiden, just like, please don't do this, please. He's like, yes. Once I have your Toulon, that's what they needed. Toulon blood.
Oh, that's what it was.
Which is another new thing.
Yep, because Toulon is
not just his secret form. They need his blood for this to power up all the demonic toys that will just come to life all over the
more
world.
Baby oopsies everywhere.
Oopsies and
farting
Jack
in your
in the
face.
Box. Farting in your face and sexually assaulting you.
Sexually
that's what's gonna happen.
That's what the sequel would have been if they actually Demonic Baby. Demonic babies.
That's what it was.
So it's just gonna be called Demonic Babies Farting and Sexual Assault, the movie.
So Toulon and Corey Feldman and Cop get down to the corridor. Cop has the worst aim I've ever seen because he starts firing and missing, even though they're like right
This
there.
is not a very woman empowerment movie.
No. She's setting women back.
This movie set women's suffrage back a few years.
She's like, Dad, please. He's like, it was a secret car. He's like, some secret family You just keep making up stuff.
Doesn't matter. Well, this isn't even canon, so whatever.
It is.
It's not canon.
This is so Elseworlds. This is not even funny. So she's like, all right, start the sacrifice. Don't know how the daughter's not dead or even injured, but they shut the Iron Maiden and they all start fighting the demonic toys and the henchmen and everything. But the Iron Maiden's going off and he's like, Dad, it's poking me. It hurts. I remember she saying that. And I'm like, you should be dead then. Like,
it's stabbing into you, you're dead.
And he's like, I'm coming. He fights the
Those things are designed to bleed you.
Even though Toulon, how is he fighting these guys, these corporate henchmen who should have more fighting experience than him? But puppet master.
Puppet master. I'm surprised he didn't microwave the shit out of him.
I would at this point, because as we're watching, she's in the Iron Man. She should be dead. Once the Iron Man closes, you should be dead. It's literally Iron Man like spikes.
Yeah, spikes. Like it's almost like the Blade thing too.
It's a Santa Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah, does that Iron Maiden actually have boobs on it?
Yeah. It's like, I don't even know what this is.
I love how you're just trying to make sense of it as it's happening, and you still can't make sense of it. We did, and it's
blocked this out of my memory.
Look, that's what happens with these movies, though. Like, you literally forget as you're watching them, and it's insane because the stories are so convoluted, and the effects are so bad at this point. Look, it's a teddy bear versus fucking Blade. Teddy bear doesn't put up any defense. It just gets torn to shreds by Blade. Yeah, Blade just crowd kills him.
And then Six Shooter and Cop are just taking out the henchmen one by one. Six Shooter, of course, is better.
Oh, and there's the screeching again.
And the screeching. He doesn't kill. He just screams in her ear, which messes up all the puppets.
Jester, do something. Oh, Jester actually did something.
I thought it was Pinhead. Jester actually gets the
Jester
KO.
did it. Oh, okay.
There you go. See, Oscar, your favorite puppet.
There you go. All right, Jester.
Jester got the KO on Jack in the Box.
You still ain't shit, but all right.
Blade rips up Teddy, and I think Pinhead throws Baby Oopsie into the hellhole.
Like, I'm sorry, if you're gonna do a versus movie, there has to be. Look, I'm not saying Freddy versus Jason was a good movie.
Yeah,
I'm saying at least there was like at least three moments where they faced off.
They only faced off at the very end.
Yes, like even Kong versus Godzilla, 3 moments, like 3 rounds, 3 rounds
in Kong versus Godzilla.
And then you see who wins at the last round. That's how you should do a versus movie. Alien versus Predator doesn't fucking count because those are all terrible.
Oh no, Pinhead straight up.
Oh, he fucking kills Baby Oopsie.
Well, as we see, because this movie is the end credit scene for some reason, is they Blade comes to rescue, stops the machine, even though the dog should be dead. Dang it, Bale. Dang, these stupid demons that
it's like you can't.
Bale's like, no, my plan. It's now Christmas and time's up for some reason. And so, Pinhead even gives him the salute, like, I got you, Puppet Master. You're good to go.
Yeah, I got you, Puppet Master. Okay, whatever, man.
So she's like, Cecilia is like, no, wait, we can work something out. There's still time. He's like, no, I'm taking your soul to hell. So he grabs her, and they go to hell.
Yeah, because she didn't fulfill. She didn't give him the blood.
Yeah,
she didn't give him the blood.
On blood by Christmas. Don't know why that's the time frame. Right, so they're gone. They saved the day. The daughter's not dead. All is well. And then it's credits, and then the end credits scene where Baby Oopsie crawls out of the hellhole, and basically like, tune in next time.
Oh, fucking Baby Oopsie. Oh. Fuck you, Baby Oopsie, you fuck.
So that's Puppet Master versus Demai Toys. The one we definitely needed.
I regret reminding you.
I regret you reminding me.
I regret reminding
watching
this. Because I was like, I thought it would at least be fun.
It's fun in a stupid way.
It is.
There's no horror, not even.
No, but
you're not wondering.
But it took the worst of both movies and put it into one movie.
You're not like this though, looking at the clock like, where are the puppets? The puppets are there the whole time.
Yeah, they really are there the whole time. They are actually. I'll give it that.
But it's not horror. It's not scary.
I mean,
it's not even interesting.
No,
it's just hilariously bad.
I don't know. What would you give this?
This is not a dumpster fire because
this one isn't a dumpster fire.
I would laugh just at the memes we could get from Corey Feldman.
I don't even think. Oh, did we even rate the last one? I don't think
we did.
Did we say dumpster fire about
for retro?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, it was a dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire.
It's dumpster fire because it just wastes your time. It's just, we might give it more credit because it reminded us of the other movies, but nothing happens. She goes through the.
Oh no, I'm talking about retro, not legacy.
Oh, legacy. We gave retro dumpster fire too. I think that's a little cruel for retro. I'd probably give it like spoiled.
I'll say spoiled, and you know what? I'll give this one spoiled too.
This one's spoiled. Maybe it could be sometimes fresh if you just want to get a good laugh.
I get, like I said, hey, this is a shitty Christmas movie. Put that on for Christmas, man.
And you get a good laugh because it's so bizarre, and they're acting like they're out of the building, they're free. I guess she's gonna hook up with Toulon because he's just such a powerful man of mystery.
Yep. You know what? If he gets any play out of that cop, I am mad jealous.
He literally looks at her like this. You're not gonna have to report any of this, are you? It's like, what would she even tell her superiors about?
So this guy I'm about to hook up with, he has a bunch of puppets,
live puppets,
and we fought a bunch of demons that dressed in a Santa Claus outfit. By the way, Merry Christmas.
Oh, and the CEO and a bunch of secretaries and a bunch of corporate henchmen are all dead. You guys can do the paperwork on that. And so they
might as well have just like freeze framed and going, yeah.
At the end, they've been like, yeah, tune in next time. It's another one of those Goosebump-esque type things.
Yeah, actually, this is very Goosebumps.
Right alongside Rick.
Very Goosebumps.
I don't even think there's pretty much any blood in this one.
No, not at all.
No.
Maybe Oopsie's the one that bled and he has goo.
He has green goo. People die, but not really interested. Like, they just get their like essence sucked out, but it's not even blood. So yeah, that's Puppet Master versus Demai Toys. I blame Oscar for reminding me. Could have skipped that if I didn't know.
If I didn't know, but now we knew.
Now we knew, because that one's like just squeezed in between this. Our next thing we're going into, the Axis movie.
Oh,
these movies.
Kanye era. We have now entered the Kanye era.
Oh my
gosh. Because also this gets very not PC.
Some of that beer. This is not. Oh, this is definitely not PC.
Oh, okay. So this one,
it's the first one. There's so many.
So this is technically a mid prequel because it happens in the middle of the storyline. It's not a prequel to before how Toulon became Toulon. It takes place immediately after his
prequel,
death.
Sequel, mequel. That's
a mequel. This takes place immediately after his death.
Yeah, because now we know. I was like, well, we asked in part one. It was like, where the hell were the puppets doing that time? Now we know what they're doing. Now we have.
Now we have essential information as to what they were doing in between.
This ruined so much.
And
not even just the lore of the puppets, but American history.
So, which one? By the way, if you weren't already tired at this point of
Axis of Evil, the first one.
If you weren't already tired of the old footage, of them rehashing old footage, hey, guess what? You get to see the first like 5 minutes of Puppet Master again in this movie to add to its whopping 120 1 hour and 20 minute time.
It's always
You'll start noticing now at this point
it's always a 90-minute runtime.
You'll also notice that the run times will get shorter and shorter and shorter. That is the one positive about this era.
Saving grace. If these were 2 hours or something, I don't know.
I think after this first one, they pretty much said we can tell this story a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So
like, just wrap it up. So who is this guy?
I forget. I know the actor.
He calls him Cripple.
Okay, listen.
The actor, I already know him from Resident Alien.
That's where he's from.
Yeah. I was like,
I think his name is the actor's name is like Coogan something.
Yeah. But yeah, he's from Resident Alien. Which
I'm sorry, dude. This also is not your best work. This is
now we're back with Full Moon, but it's not productions anymore. It's Full Moon Features.
Oh no,
we're back out here. Yeah, Full Moon Features. Charles is like, let's set it up again
because we are now going to.
I haven't learned my lesson.
No, you haven't. Well, these guys, Danny. Okay,
but puppet.
So Crippled Danny. He is in the Bodega Inn, and he's helping his uncle. His uncle, I think, his uncle or his grandfather. And he's helping him restore furniture and stuff around the place for him to have events. Yeah. And right now he's kind of working on chairs. So while people that are celebrating upstairs, because guys are going away for World War II. And he's bummed because he can't go off to fight in the war. Which, by the way, a typical dumbass kid who's like, I want to go to.
They would send him anyway.
No, it wasn't Vietnam, dude.
No.
All right, this is World War II. All right, this isn't Vietnam, and I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like the last days of the war at this point.
Is it? I thought it was like.
I think because remember,
I think it's like the second.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. This is actually like towards the beginning. I think
he wanted to go to Normandy. The brother says.
I forgot, but
we'll get to the brother.
But
oh boy.
But anyways, he's fixing this stuff up, and he's pretty much saying, "Hey, I can't go to war because I have this bum leg."
Yeah,
and
a bum leg, he limps.
He can't.
Danny and Don,
and
brother,
and basically he's working at this at the inn to just get some extra money and stuff to send to his mom.
Yeah,
and he actually made friends with Toulon, and they do this with exposition dump. Just going, hey, look, I met this old guy upstairs. He has these puppets. And you know what? He has this cool thing where they move by themselves.
Toulon, for some reason, this rando he's probably just met.
Well, technically,
it has to be. He has to have just met him
it follows
because
the same.
He's on the run from the Nazis.
Yeah, but it follows the same pattern as the magician running away from the Sutek monsters.
Hey, you random kid. But at least... Well, I guess he saw Danny's woodworking abilities.
Yeah.
He's like, I guess I can trust
him. Oh, this guy got skills.
Yeah, he's got skills, so he'll be able to fix the puppets in the future. So I'm gonna give you all of my secrets. Wait for the Nazis to come. Not
all. He just tells them that he knows how to make a move. He didn't tell them how.
Yeah, he didn't tell them how. Tell them that the puppets are alive.
And,
Danny knows this stuff. He doesn't know how, but he knows this stuff. Like Toulon's told him stuff.
Yeah.
Why? Where is this? Hey, I saw you're good with making chairs. We're gonna tell you the secrets. And so he's like, cool. So then we cut to now I'm going to see these Nazis on American soil come after me, not warn Danny or anyone else, and just blow my brains out.
No.
And then they leave. They don't search the room because they literally leave.
They search a little bit.
Like
2
2
seconds.
minutes.
A second.
2 minutes. Because what they're looking for are the puppets. They're looking for
puppets or the diary or whatever the fuck.
The formula for immortality is what they're looking for. Barely look. Danny, the investigator he is, sees them running away. He's like, hey. And they get on it. Then he goes to Toulon, sees him dead, starts actually looking through the room. He's like, that chair. I don't know why for some reason, like, that chair's over there. Moves the chair, pulls back to the wall, because that's where Toulon put the puppets. He put them in the wall. Doesn't use them to save his life. Which, by the way,
at this point, doesn't make sense, because if he took the puppets out, how are they? The wall? No, but like, yeah, after everything that happens, actually, after what happens, they don't get put back in the wall.
No.
And which doesn't make sense, because then how does the first movie happen if they don't do that?
How did, what's his name? The evil dude from one.
Get the fucking puppets.
Get the puppets. Well, that's another movie.
Oh, fuck you. Don't give him ideas, dude. Don't give him ideas. So, like, but yeah, no, he
finds them. He finds and then Toulon's case, finds the formula and everything there. None of the they're so desperate for this, and they've been tracing this guy cross countries, but they can't spend more than 2 minutes or ask questions to like the staff or anything. Did you see him put a?
Oh no, because it's anywhere? A long con. Carl.
Did you see any puppets?
You got to see the long con here. All right, because at this point, Danny, right? That's the guy's name. He realizes at this point that, like, all right, look, Toulon's dead. I have no more work here. I got to go back home.
But I'll take the puppets.
With me.
Remember, he just saw Nazis on American soil. Not alarming at all.
No, he didn't report it to anything. Didn't report it to the cops. Didn't say shit. Or didn't even come to the fact like, hey, why did this guy blow his brains out? Oh, probably because these Nazis were coming again. No. Didn't bother. He just went home. He just went home
to his extra racist brother.
Oh, dude. So this is where it gets like, I get it. You're leaning into the whole time period, but
no,
Jesus, no, they went.
I don't know. We obviously we're not from the 1940s, and we kind of know obviously stuff went on, but they dial it up to 11. I was telling Oscar before, drinking game for every Nazi slur, Japanese slur, anything, like, you'd be dead.
Like
within minutes.
Like we can't even repeat it.
No,
like what we're saying, because we would absolutely get this
demonetized, canceled. Right? No,
we're not even monetized.
We're not even monetized, but the channel will be taken down.
Yeah, no, we can't. But if you want to watch it, go ahead. They make a lot of disparaging remarks about Japanese people, Chinese people, Jewish people. Oh, it gets even worse later.
German people, and they don't care. The brother, because the brother's been to war. He's on quick leave, and he's about to go back out. And he's like, yeah, we're going to kill more of these Japanese people.
More of these expletive deleted
Nazi people. And and everyone, like, hates Danny for being crippled for some reason. Like, everyone, because his mom's there too.
No. So you're talking about the factory guy, right?
Factory guy.
Okay, so the factory guy.
Army guys.
Well, look, the factory guy, he was overboard. Like, he has a hate on for this guy. Like it almost feels like
wanted them to make him extra.
Like, he's just like, I don't care. I lied to get into the service, and he's like,
he's like, you punk, you should have just gone. I was like, I was 2 years younger than that, and I lied to get in, and I fought my battles. You're out here just slumming it in America.
You're playing with dolls and hooking up with fine ass women because his girlfriend's really hot.
Because this is how dumb that scene is. He goes to see her. She has a new friend named something. It's a clear Nazi, but he works at the factory.
Well, I mean, it's not obvious to them. It's just because
it's obvious to us because we see.
Yeah, we've seen, and also not for nothing. Danny, when he eventually sees him, he goes, "That's the guy that fucking killed the guy that I got the puppets from." So, but yeah,
Klaus and Max.
Yeah, Klaus. Yeah, but I forgot the fake name. I think it was like Ben or something.
Yeah, it's like Ben.
And he's, of course,
and she's like, Ben's fine, because he's like, nothing going on with Ben, right? He's like, what are you talking about? It's just
because he gets a little jealous, obviously, because Ben is a handsome ass Nazi, and obviously it's hard for crippled Danny to compete.
Yeah, because Danny goes to visit her on her break. She's on break, mind you, But the boss is super pissed off. He's like, you came 20 minutes late to her break. Now she only has 10 minutes late for her 10 minutes left for her break. And like, you slacker, you're doing all this and stuff. Is like you just playing with your dolls over there, not helping the war.
Yeah, he's just by the way, overacting like a mother. Like he is like
pure hatred.
You actually almost believe. Actually, it's to the point where you actually believe like it almost feels like this guy as a person did not like that actor.
Yeah, I mean,
as a person,
like, it felt like real.
Like he had a hate on for this guy.
Like, this kid is the worst.
Like the guy was like practically erect with anger, like towards this guy.
So we get the convergence. The Japanese and Nazis are working together. They have a whole hideout.
Oh my god!
This is on American soil.
American soil in the middle of Chinatown in I guess San Diego or something like that.
Yeah. And I'm like, Danny, report this. So, they kind of find out through investigating. I think Beth is her name, the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Danny has the puppets.
Not only does he have the puppets, but they're also trying to do this thing with the factory.
Yeah.
Because apparently this is a big munitions factory.
Yeah.
And I think
they want to blow it up.
Yeah, they want to blow it up. And I think they're actually insinuating for some reason that this is where the Manhattan Project is taking place.
Yeah, something.
Because she's like, they're saying that they're developing a technology.
There's going to be nukes in there too.
No, basically saying like they're developing a bomb that'll blow up like tenfold over bigger bombs or something.
Like there's nukes in there too. So if we blow it up, it's gonna blow up. You.
Yeah. So they're like, we're gonna not only are we gonna cripple them, we're gonna fuck up this town real bad.
Yeah.
And by the way, these are the most stereotypical.
Oh my gosh, we're neither of these obviously countries of origin, but I felt secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, dude. And you know what sucks?
Theater.
Did you not notice either? Also, the Japanese character, when she talked, she was dubbed hard, like wow. And but you know what sucks about that? I assume they did that because her accent was so thick that she can't. But the fake accent they used for her was fucking horrible.
It was egregious and insulting.
Imagine getting dubbed over because your accent's too thick, but the offensive one they have set up for you is more offensive. Like Jesus.
That's why I'm like, this is something
this is
else.
Bad.
And she's literally in like kabuki theater paint.
I guess because she's supposed to be pretending she's Chinese.
Like a geisha. Even still.
No, it's funny because it's almost like she's being racist towards that race, but the movie itself is just racist in general.
So they're like, yes, we'll enact our plan, but you have to go get the puppets. So they bust into Danny's house, and his mom, Beth, and his brother are there. They kill the mom and his brother, right?
Yeah.
And take Beth.
By the way, this is also a movie where the puppets are in there, kind of, but they're not the focus.
I have not mentioned the puppets yet because
they're not the focus. This whole weird political war crime thriller thing they have going on is the focus.
Like the home front. What happened on the home front would be like the name of this drama. This like daytime television
and it's exact quality of daytime television. By the way, the quality here is just going to drop at this point. Like it is going to go down worse than the Dow in the past like couple of days. Like it's bad.
This is where I was telling him before because he hadn't watched these yet. I was like, you look at the clock like, where the hell are the puppets? They're just talking. People are being racist. Danny's being abused.
They're just being racist.
And that's it. And then just talking in rooms.
Danny's jealous. Danny's trying to prove that they're Nazis.
Danny wants to prove himself to be able to do something.
By the way, there's that whole trope with this where he knows what's happening, but no one believes him. But the reality is he didn't really tell anyone except his girlfriend.
Yes.
And his girlfriend just thought he was being a little weird because of that
like,
guy.
What are you talking about? Ben's fine. And he's like, no.
And then apparently all it took for him was just bring her to the house and show her the live puppets. And she's like, wow, you're right about everything.
I'm completely
on your side now.
Because Danny has the reanimator juice and reanimates the puppets. They don't do anything until the very end.
No, they don't.
Like seriously.
And that's like once again you were saying, it's because the Nazis captured.
Did they have that before? All the puppets have these neck holes to shoot the reanimator.
No, that you see it later that they actually have the neck hole. I think they started doing that in 2.
Oh yeah,
they started doing. The only thing is in like retro, it was the needle and they just went into the back of the neck. But now I think they all have the back thing.
Oh my
gosh. So Danny throughout this movie, as the woodworker he is.
What happened to Genghis Khan puppet? They show him again.
You wait till the spinoff, Carl. Okay, Genghis Khan. They'll do a whole epic, kind of like what happened with Darth Maul after episode 1.
Oh my god!
Because Genghis Khan never comes back. Cyclops never comes back. Dr. Death has not come back yet. And 6-shooter is not a thing.
Oh, no,
not till a little later.
He's not in. Where is he?
He's not in. He's not, actually. Is he in this one or is he in the next one?
I think he's in the next one.
Okay. So no, you're right. It's in the next one because in this one the brother dies.
The brother dies. Both the mom and the brother die, and obviously Danny's distraught. His family's dead. There's no one else. There's no father. The father already died. So he's like, I'm going to do what every puppet master does when a loved one dies. Just confine their fate to a puppet. But not just any puppet, Oscar.
Oh, a Japanese puppet. A ninja puppet.
Oh, my God.
And by the way...
I know you'd hate this.
I know you'd hate this because you're a clear racist.
Because you're a clear racist soldier fighting against these people. But I'm putting you in this ninja puppet. Not offensive at all.
And it's like...
And the puppet literally goes...
Oh my! You just wait till the next one to come up, dude. Oof.
Yeah.
Because in this one they start. Do they make the no? That's the next one. The rival puppets.
Yeah, the next one.
Okay, so it's not this one. I keep mixing up because
there's so many stupid. It kind of.
Okay, but no. So but he has to try and get his girlfriend back.
He has to get Beth back because she's at the plant. She's being captured by bunch of Japanese dudes because I think there's only 3 Nazi dudes, but there's more Japanese dudes.
Yeah,
and so he's like, Danny's like, we got to get them. Puppets, Blade, Pinhead, Ninja. That's the puppet's name is Ninja.
It's just Ninja, and also now we get into finally the puppet kills. Which the Japanese henchmen are the first to go.
Japanese henchmen are the first to go, so they sneak onto the premises. Danny doesn't call like the army, National Guard.
Nothing.
No. He's like, we'll take care of this. Even though we have clear, defined proof that Nazis and Japanese army are on American soil. But,
Oh, no, I think they explained, too, like in the next ones. They knew.
That makes it even worse as we get to in the next one. So Danny has the puppets go after them. They start killing them one by one. I think Leech Woman gets a kill.
Which is, I don't get, how do you keep dying from this woman?
She has that instant kill power. It's either the most venomous leech you've ever seen or an instant paralytic that makes you
Why do people keep allowing them to shit in her, she's literally shitting in their mouths. And they're like, and it's almost like the mouths would just go, and they're opening their mouths wider. And it doesn't even make sense.
Might as well just throw it.
And even this one doesn't make sense because the guy actually picks him out like it's sushi. Like, can you not tell what your food looks like?
I was just giving the background for this kill. She's over the banister with Danny, and he's like now has all the grim face. Like, I'm gonna kill all these.
I'm gonna kill all you fucks.
Yep. And so she spits a leech into his sushi roll. Because you wouldn't tell that's a giant.
Okay, it looks a little like uni.
Turd. It's a little,
or eel.
But even with the black seaweed wrap, you would still see a giant black turd on top of
a pulsating black turd
on top of your sushi roll. But he's like, oh, cool. And he just immediately starts spouting blood out of his mouth. He is dead. Like, I was like, what? Was it a bomb leech?
Look, Leech Woman, I don't know how she keeps getting the kills that she gets because it's not fair. It doesn't make any sense.
She might be fourth up or third up.
Yeah, third up in kills, honestly. But I think Tunneler is probably the most.
Probably the most. And then Blade.
Actually, at the time, probably Blade and Tunneler. Yeah. But Leech Woman, I don't know how she's up there with those kills because she just keeps shitting in people's mouths.
Just like it's like what we said with Chucky, where some reason.
Oh yeah, like it makes sense where everything is fountaining up. It makes no sense.
So he's dead.
The other guy, what happened to him?
I think Tunneler gets him. Like they think it's
Tunneler.
I think it's a joint effort because
not with the assist
and Ninja. Yeah, no, Ninja takes out one of the Nazis with
the ninja stars.
So, where did he get them? Who cares?
Who cares? It doesn't matter. None of this matters. But also, like, I think there's a point where they do a whole like heroic thing where
they save Beth. Ninja cuts her free.
But then Ninja gets stabbed.
Ninja gets stabbed by the Japanese kabuki woman.
Yeah,
with the katana.
Which, by the way, she never changes out of that makeup.
No, she never. The whole movie, she's wearing white makeup and face paint. That's like, really? And even when she's fighting the post, she's like, huh. She's actually like stabs him with the katana.
like.
And Ninja, right before he dies, kills the Nazi, and then like he's like, and he sees like his life force fading.
Which also, I'm just like, this is supposed to be like the moment where Danny like does his like, I don't know, punches him out or something. But no,
he doesn't know any.
The ninja just.
The kicker too is they don't kill a Japanese kabuki woman. She gets away. No, and we didn't even mention it. She has this weird flirtatious thing with Ben, where she's like, we could combine.
Okay, Ben. Oh yeah, that's weird. You know what? It's weird because at first he was just she was brushing him off.
We didn't say this, Oscars. The acting is superb in these movies. Corey Feldman.
I'm sorry, Mr. Coogan. This is not your best work, man. Because there was a point where he's like crying over his brother, and I'm like, that is the worst crying acting I've ever seen.
Any interaction with Kabuki woman and the two Nazis, Ben and Klaus, it's just hilariously bad.
Terrible. And it's so wooden. It's almost like they were all dubbed. Like, ha, ha, ha. Yes, that's hilarious.
Yes, we will take on the Americans and defeat them. It's literally that.
It's so bad.
But she gets away, and she grabs Tunneler, and she gets out of there.
And what you call it, it kind of cuts with them going like, now we have to go get Tunneler.
Now we have to get Tunneler back. And literally, that's how it ends.
And that's just kind of how it ends.
Because this is supposed to be a quadrilogy, kind of, or a trilogy. Yeah, it's a quadrilogy, you know. Yeah, it's 4 movies. It's a quadrilogy because they wanted it to all go hand in hand. So it's like ending on cliffhangers, like it's an episode. So like tune in next time for part 2 of the Axis quadrilogy.
And once again,
this is the Axis Rising.
This is Axis Rising. This is their Empire Strikes Back of movies.
This is now the Nazis are going to get their revenge on them because what happens is the new actors
but this is like Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah, Danny and Coogan and them could not be bothered.
Everyone's been replaced. And this movie was, I think, like 2 years after the last one, or a year.
Let me see.
Like 2 or like whatever. The point is that this also is supposed to take place immediately after.
Yes, it takes literally immediately after.
And like the chick, the new girl that they have doesn't even have the kabuki makeup on.
Let's just give it, even though let's give a rating for for Axis of Evil.
It's so nothing, or it's like
it doesn't offend me, so it's not a dumpster fire.
No, it's not. What's above dumpster fire?
That's garbage. Well, that's like garbage. That's like rotten garbage. Is rotten garbage spoiled than fresh garbage?
This is rotten garbage.
This is rotten
because it's
not even dumpster water. It's not like runoff where you're like this.
Here's the thing. It's like it's boring.
It's just boring. It's just like nothing. It's really just like walking past a dumpster behind like the 7-Eleven or something. It's not on fire. You're just like, you're not going to be around it.
I'm not going to hang around.
Yeah, I'm not going to hang around this dumpster.
It
stinks.
It's such a nothing movie. And this is also another thing too. At this point, these movies are nothing. But this next one, it does pick up a little bit. It does pick up a little bit. So, you get.
So 2 years later.
So now you get
Axis Rising.
Axis Rising.
2012. The other was 2010.
Oh God, this is 2012.
Yeah.
All right, so this is over a decade ago. So I mean, the quality is pretty much same on par with the last one before it.
The quality is still 98 quality,
Yeah, it's still 98 quality, but like now these Nazis are confronting this woman.
She has like, I have the puppet, and they're like, okay, whatever. They kill her.
Well, yeah, because that's what I mean. You're gonna see now that they're gonna just start cycling through characters it's nothing.
Yeah.
So she's gone. Now we have these new Nazis that are here.
Yeah, the new Nazis. Where were you guys?
It doesn't matter. They're there now.
They're there now. So this new stereotypical Nazi. And it's not. They're out in. This is America. It's not like Germany. They're out in America in full
Nazi uniforms. Just
SS hat,
going out to their rented warehouses.
Like anyone can just walk past this alley and be like, "What the hell?" No, it's fine. It's fine. Just super. Just a kabuki woman being gunned down by.
Oh well, I mean, no one cares. Everyone's super racist back then. They're like,
you know what said? What makes it dumber is the army knows about this.
Oh, you find out later they do know about this.
Militarizing on these people?
Well, so here's the thing. So once again, everybody's changed.
Commandant
Danny
Mobius. That's his.
You're introduced to the new villains, and then you're getting reintroduced to our characters from the last movie that are completely different actors
because they were like, "I'm out of this."
Look, in the first one of this, Danny, I actually liked the actor, so I didn't mind him. This Danny, he fucking sucks. Like he just has I want
a plank of wood.
He's a plank of wood. He's
Alex.
He somehow seems whinier. And not only that, he has one of those faces you just want to punch. Like he just has a punchable face.
Out. It's like he forgot that his family's been murdered. Because this is still the same night. This is still
immediately after.
They just go back to the house like nothing happened. And I'm pretty sure their corpses are still in the house.
And they don't acknowledge it.
They don't acknowledge it at all. They're just like, but what do we do now, Beth? We got to find Tunnel.
We got to find Tunneler. And then at this point, too, now you get involved in what the other villains are doing. That apparently have been here the whole time.
Yeah, this comes out of nowhere. We're never mentioned in the first.
So now they have this other little warehouse where a Nazi scientist is working again to find the
new Hess.
Yeah, the new Hess, basically. Yeah, that's trying to figure out how to reanimate soldiers, and
it doesn't go right.
No, and he's like, "Oh, we're still waiting on to get these puppets and stuff that you need, and let me see what you have going on now." And basically, he just
mentioned Toulon blood.
I don't think they mentioned the Toulon blood.
Or just the reanimator.
The reanimator juice. And then then they bring out the zombie, but it also just becomes reanimator too, by the way.
He can only work for like a couple seconds.
And then he melts.
Yeah.
And then also we're introduced to my favorite character in this movie, which is I forgot I call her like
Uberell.
Yeah, basically, yes. Frau something.
Frau Hoffers.
Oh yeah, whatever. She fine as hell.
No, that's not even her name. Ushi.
That's not her. That can't be her.
Yeah, the seductive Ushi, a Nazi tries to motivate a doctor by seduction, only to be constantly interrupted.
Whatever, she fine as hell.
Ushi is her name.
She's just throwing it at everybody.
Like Fraulein seductress. That's what she is.
She literally she has the cheap like Nazi uniform on. She has
a cut top. Breasts out, but like the literal like Indiana Jones blonde Nazi with the SS hat.
Oh yeah, I would do terrible things to that.
The boots and the skin tight pants, and this guy is like in his 60s.
Oh, and she is
throwing
it at him,
and she's just all over him, and it's real.
Yeah, no, she's like into it.
She's like into it.
Not even like messing with him. Like she wants that.
He's just like this. He's again another Hess type. He doesn't actually want to be doing all this for real, but he's like forced into it because it's like we'll just murder you, or because I think he's like he has a daughter. He's like, oh, we'll murder her too if you don't do this. Like, no, I want to go back and see my daughter, please. He's like, well, you better get that formula right, because every time he does it, doesn't work. Guy melts.
But they bring him the tunneler.
Yeah,
and he starts kind of working off of that.
He's like, yes, they bring him to us like, oh yes, this is what I can use this. Brilliant. And then he tries it again and it still doesn't work. Because he needs more reanimator juice.
Yeah, I think they later figure out that he can't actually do it with people.
Yeah, like that's what he's like. It doesn't work with people. It has to be
like puppets.
So he makes the new Nazi puppets. The Axis is rising with these new super Nazi puppets because Mobius, the second time, first he catches them and she kind of plays off like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just flirting. And then she flirts with him again and Mobius kills her for some reason. It makes,
And no, it doesn't make any sense. Well, because here's the thing. He kills
her because they need to reanimate her. And he tries to.
Not even because of that. I'm pretty sure he just got jealous.
I'm saying breaking the fourth wall. They need to reanimate her.
Oh, okay.
He's just jealous because he's like, this old man's getting game off.
No, I mean he was. He's just too busy thinking about his future Reich
and his own life and his
daughter. Because he basically is insinuating that he's going to kind of overthrow Hitler.
All over him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. He's musing to himself like a supervillain, and she's in the background just kind of like splaying out like a cat in her lingerie. And literally going, come to bed, and then literally
seriously,
she lets him on, and she's like, "Okay, you're done. Let's go fuck now." And then after that, then she makes the move on the fucking scientist, and then he's like, "What the fuck?" Kills her, and then the scientist tries to bring her back.
Yes,
and she melts.
She melts because remember it's her body still. And he's like, "Oh, I see now. I need to use puppets." Mm-hmm. So he makes one of Oscar's new favorite puppets besides Jester. Jester's his original favorite now. We've got new favorite puppets.
And you still find us all as a puppet.
Because he makes this Barbie metal-breasted Booberella puppet.
By the way, super fucking defined. Like, it looks like a literal Barbie doll.
It's a Barbie doll. It's literally super defined Barbie. That looks just like the actress.
Oh, yeah.
Short blonde hair, bob cut. Still wearing the SS stuff, but she has
metal-plated
boobs that can open up into gun turrets that shoot like 6-shooter-esque magnum rounds
that just annihilate anyone
and a fool real quick. So he makes that, and then he makes werewolf puppet. I don't know what the hell.
You know, he makes a werewolf puppet, and I'm like,
then like
a tank,
Wolfenstein tank.
Yeah, a Wolfenstein tank, basically kind of the tank from Cursed, just without the face.
Yeah, just no face, just a tank with two gun turrets for arms, and that's it.
And that's it. Those are the only three, right?
Yeah, those are the only three.
But
so those are the new puppets. But because of thwarting the plan of blowing up the ammunitions factory, Beth and Danny are being honored by the generals. Because, the generals just, meet out in the open in Worlds of War.
So, and by the way, this also shows how fucking cheap this movie is, too. Because, once again, like he was saying, the plot because we discussed the plot just now for the villains. The plot for the good guys in this was, like you said, because they thwarted the munitions plant terrorist act. The generals are like, we want to honor you. And a special ceremony to give you the Medal of Honor at this special dinner. And
they even have a someone to watch them, security.
Yeah, they have a bodyguard.
Another racist.
Oh yeah,
grunt meathead guy.
Yep, which he acts super like
meathead grunt guy.
Like it just acts full army the entire time. Yep. And not only that, like he looks like a King of the Hill character. Yeah. Like you look at him,
like
he looks like Mike 40s, Judge drew him.
Late 40s, who's been to wars, just completely completely out of it. I mean. Now, completely out of it, and he's just like, "Oh, these stupid puppets," and I gotta babysit you two clowns.
And then he literally pretty much eggs them on, going, "Hey, look, you know where these guys are. Let's go get revenge. Yeah. I don't want to be sitting here. Let's go do this shit."
He's like, "Let's do something." But then it's the night of their ceremony. He's being honored, and then the Nazi puppets jump onto the scene
because they're trying to kill the general.
Fire. They kill 2 other generals, I think. Not the main
one, but they killed everybody else. But by the way, when it's all over, they walk out. They're like, "Wow, thank you for saving me." Yeah. Not acknowledging that anybody else died.
Killed. That Nazi puppets are murdering people. That should be front page news.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of people at this thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. But that's the thing, like so cheap because number one, it's not like at a big banquet hall.
No,
it looks like it's in the basement of a bar.
It looks like it's
the storage area.
Storage area is where they're filming this. And it's supposed to be a big banquet.
But you only see the corner of the room and you don't see anybody else. It's dark.
It's dark.
It is dark as fuck. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they only have like a congratulations banner over there. And then when they take the general to save him, they just show him in the closet next door that you see was open the whole time.
Like, "Sir, get in there." And then the meathead guy
and it's like so cheap.
But like 4 people have been gunned down. More to come. They're not like, "Geez, they got many assassins coming after us," or there's active Nazis. Let's roll out the National Guard.
Forgot the other puppet. It is literally a very racist, stereotypical version of a Japanese man who is a kamikaze bomber.
Oh yeah, I forgot because he's only in this one, obviously. Yeah,
No, he's only in this one. He's not in the next one.
Of course, because he's literally this.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna do the face.
I'm not even gonna do the face.
I was about to, and I stopped myself. You should be glad I stopped myself. But he's literally holding a bomb vest, and he's just like stereotypical.
Oh my god, the voice they give him.
Yeah, so I'm not even gonna do it.
It's not even that. This I will do.
The most racist puppet we've seen.
The scientist
and ninja.
Oh no, it is way more. Like I'm telling you,
how did they get away with this?
You were gonna look at this and be like, "Oh my god!"
I have firsthand embarrassment.
For that one, and then not only that,
involved with that.
Like when the guy made him, and the guy comes up, he's like, "You are gonna be whatever puppet," and then he just goes like, he literally bows.
His name is Kamikaze.
Oh, his name is Kamikaze, and he bows to him. I'm like,
Hess is just as racist. He named him Kamikaze.
He didn't know any better. It was the fashion of the time. It's so bad.
Her name is Bombshell as the puppet. Bombshell, Wehrmacht, and Blitzkrieg, and then of course Kamikaze. Oh my
god! At least it wasn't something else.
There was 4 of them in this one, and yeah, it's so bad. So they need to.
They have to just get in and kind of thwart whatever plans they're doing.
Get Pinhead back, not Pinhead, Tunneler back,
and and it's. I mean, at this point, you actually get a lot of puppet action.
Yeah, that's puppet.
But it's also the last like 15 minutes,
20
10 minutes
again. Like we said, we jumped around because most of it is just Danny and Bev talking about stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
talking to the general, talking to Meathead. And you think this is some sort of daytime drama? Like, just get on with it. Meathead's like, oh yeah.
And by the way, what's jarring about this is really a dive in quality. Like, when I saw this was what 2012. 2012.
I told you this is 2012.
I know. I'm just.
You keep forgetting because of how bad the quality is.
I was about to say, it looks like it was early 2000s, like 2000, 1999.
Yeah, and I said it looks like it. No, it's 2012.
Oh, fuck.
You said that in our text.
Oh, fuck.
So
I need a drink.
So basically, he's gonna be passed out by the end of this. So basically, they get onto the Nazi hideout. They fight. Meathead fights off some Nazis. They actually have them dead to rights with guns on all of them, but he has to be caught monologuing. So he gets caught monologuing, and that's when the puppets get into action. Everyone fights.
Yep.
They knock out Mobius, but then Kamikaze comes into the room because he needs to do something, and he's like, none of you are getting out of here. And he lets Kamikaze blow up, even though they're basically already running out of the room.
Yeah.
It was so. And he blows up the whole place.
The whole facility. Their plans are thwarted. Yeah. And the doctor, they basically are just like, you can go.
You can go, yeah. The doctor, like,
this won't end terribly at all for anybody.
The guy who knows it, and he clearly is not. Now he's clearly not on the good side, because he could be like, I could, help the Americans, maybe tell them.
I feel like he literally is. He's not like a bad or a good guy. He's kind of just in it for himself.
In it for himself at this point.
Yeah. And once again. They kind of
should have either arrested or killed him just for his part in this regard.
I mean, they probably could have gotten some kind of reward for that.
So they're making out like their family isn't dead. A bunch of generals that are dead.
But we're still within this first 72 hours.
Yeah,
of all this shit.
Maybe 3 days have gone by.
Yeah, 3 days max, and it kind of ends with them just making out and shit, and the doctor going, I can do some shit with this. Yeah. And then now we go into
the third axis.
The rating for this one.
Rating though, not a fire.
Well, it's not a dumpster fire.
It's still bad. It's Ryan. It's Ryan.
Yeah, it's Ryan.
Again, puppets are just gone for a good 60%.
And you just have to deal with this terrible quality kind of army thing that they have going on.
And then you get the even more cringe and racist Nazi puppets that don't make any sense.
Oh my god! When I saw that Japanese puppet, I was like, God damn, you guys! Like,
thankfully,
how the fuck did you get away with that, dude?
Because he's Kamikaze, so he's only in one movie. They didn't remake him where he was fine. No, he doesn't come back. Thankfully, because. Jeez.
Oh, but now we get into
access termination.
Oh yeah, access termination.
Termination.
And this is where it gets really good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Oh, they did not give a crap. Literally, the first 5 minutes is Danny and Beth's characters getting murdered, getting murked.
Full stupid with this one.
They get murked immediately. They're like, okay, we're gonna get you guys out of here. We're gonna relocate.
It's just like the Japanese woman in the first and the last one.
They don't see anything with a suspicious Asian-looking man that's escorting them.
Oh, I have to say this. So in the beginning of this one, it says Los Angeles, 1942, and there's clearly graffiti from the 90s or from the early 2000s
his
right
roommate
there.
Pointed that out. He's like, that's still graffiti from like now. On the side of the.
Oh right, this was the little clip you showed me to show me the quality I was in for.
I showed him just what he was in for the second half, and showed him the first 10 minutes of this movie, and he immediately cut it off. He's like, I can't watch past that.
No, because I was like, I have to see this.
It
is bad. And you know what? Now that there's context for like why these people are all murking each other, because
literally this guy they've never met is like, yeah, come with me.
I think they were supposed to be army people.
They're supposed to be army
people. He's wearing they thought they were army people.
Garb, but like this guy does not look trustworthy at all. And immediately, before they even put the stuff in the car, just guns them both.
There you go. Danny's gone. The cripple's gone.
2 movies. After that, he's dead on screen. Gone. Just murdered like that. But what makes it stupid is there was a guy right behind them that just basically lets them get murdered.
So it's funny because like Danny and his
girlfriend, I know this actor
getting murked. He looks like the bootleg version of that guy from the Tremors.
Yes, that's what I was saying. But like, so they're murdered, but then he instantly kills the guy. Like he was literally right behind him. So it's like you couldn't save their lives.
No, because otherwise they can't use those characters.
It's not like he kills them instantly. Beth is like, well, no, stop! You don't have to do this. And Danny's like, no, and he shoots Beth first, and then Danny he shoots Danny because he's trying to shoot Beth. Danny jumps in the way, dies, and then he shoots Beth, and the guy still does it. And then right after he kills Beth, he kills the guy. All right, good job.
Oh my god!
So now we have our new cast of characters.
Oh yeah,
everyone else is dead. Like,
welcome to the land of ripoffs. This is what I would call this is Puppet Master X-Men edition.
Oh, and we didn't mention this before in the other 2 movies. There is some weird stuff with Booberella Bombshell, but it's still not like porn quality. Like she's not doing. Now we go back to porno quality.
Oh no, this is porno quality.
Now we're back to that where breasts are out. People are having sex.
Well, here's the thing, too. When you look at the quality of this, you cannot argue that this is not the same quality they film pornographic movies with. Because it is.
They're film pornographic. They're having. I think these were cut porn scenes.
Me and Carl, after one of the reviews, watched these things called like Maidens from Mars or something. I thought it was going to be funny B movie. Because
he made us watch cut edited porns that they're not made for like. Putting on Tubi, so they edit out all the sex scenes and it's just bad acting.
It's literally because I was wondering, why is this movie only 43 minutes long?
And it's just cut together scenes of bad acting, and you can tell because it's like these actresses wearing these skimpy clothes, and then it's cut right before any nudity or sex
none of that shit happens.
So it's just bad acting. And we're like, what the hell? And he did the research, and it actually was a reformatted porno. It wasn't Moon Maiden.
It's an hour and a half long movie that they cut down. Literally, 43 minutes of that is terrible acting. The rest is all fucking.
All porn, yeah. So that's what we're comparing these two, basically.
Because it really is the same quality level. And when you see the acting
terrible
in this.
Acting, the choices they make, because then we have our new guy. I'm just going to call him Rick. I don't even know his name. Who cares his name?
A new army guy, and then not only that, you get introduced. This is where I had to stop the movie the first time. This is where I had to stop the movie the first because now we get introduced to a sorcerer that works with the U.S. government. A psychic sorcerer.
Psychics are back.
Oh yeah, no, psychics are back. We're back to old school puppet master with the psychics, and now you have a bootleg Peter Dinklage. And I'm not saying that just because this person's a little person. I'm saying that because his mannerisms, the hair, the way he's acting, it really looks like a ripoff of something Peter Dinklage would do better. And I'm not even joking. Like I said, and it's a little person. And
Brooks gets the puppets, brings them back to his base, and his commanding officer is like, "Yeah, you're gonna need to work with this guy.
You're like, you screwed the pooch with the last thing. So you're doing this now.
So you're gonna work with this guy, this little person sorcerer psychic guy,
fucking Willow,
who knows. Again, of course, he knows all about the puppets, knows all what's going on.
Oh, because he's worked with them before. He was a previous master.
Oh my, yeah.
I forget how he was a previous master, but he was a previous master. And what you call it?
So they even
actually that doesn't even make any sense. How was he a master with Toulon when he was never mentioned? Jesus Christ! But either way,
I'm trying to even remember from the
whatever. Fucking Peter Dinklage is
Peter. Pretty much.
Temu Peter Dinklage, because I'm telling you. So one of the most egregious things is
laughing when I showed him this too.
This actor, he says he's clearly an English. It's clearly an English accent that he's doing. And affected. He's supposed to be Russian. He's supposed to be Russian. He's like, that's an interesting accent. Well, it's supposed to be Russian. Yeah. But it's like it's so bad.
It's a British man trying to do a bad Russian accent.
Oh my god!
And you can tell. And he's wearing like
he is such a bad actor.
And he just walks around like this, trying to be all stoic and mysterious.
And it's not working.
But no offense to the little people, but it's like it's not working.
No, he's a terrible actor.
For the actor. Now that's what I was like. No, it's not working for the actor.
No,
it's just like
you like I said,
Peter walks around like this, and he's like, "I'm all stoic and all."
And you know what's weird? I bet you at this time, because I don't think Peter Dinklage was in anything big at this point, unless when did Game of Thrones start?
Probably around the same time.
Oh, then never mind. Then you were never going to get Peter Dinklage.
Actually, this is after because it's 2017.
Oh no! Oh.
I told you it gets later. We just went through 2012. This took 5
years. I thought this was like 2013 or something. No, it's 2017.
Yeah.
This is 5 years later.
5 years later.
And the quality drops this. Oh my god!
I told you it gets worse.
Oh my god!
We're spiraling.
Oh, I can't go for that shot now.
There's no budget for this movie.
I need. Oh my god!
We're getting worse.
2017. Well, you were never getting Peter Dinklage. Period.
They changed again. They're Full Moon Entertainment now.
How many times did this company almost fold that they had to change their name?
That's why it took 5 years.
That also explains why the quality drops. They're starting from ground zero every movie.
What? How many times can you change your company?
Oh my god. The point is, like, back then, Peter Dinklage would have done this role better. Like, if you could get him when he was doing goofy shit, he would have done this, and he would have done a great fucking job.
Not this guy. He's like...
This guy fucking blows. Unless you could have gotten to... I don't know. Maybe you thought maybe because he was a little person, it would have been more of an appeal, but it just makes his acting, like, look worse because you're paying more attention to him.
Yeah, and it's just, like, not taking it seriously. You're supposed to be. But you're not.
Either that or he's really trying and just not nailing it. I can't tell if he's just walking through this.
Take it too seriously, and it's not working.
I can't tell if he's taking it too seriously or if he's just walking through it.
I'm stoic. I know all because he's like I know stuff.
He's dressed like a street magician.
Yeah,
like one of those guys that like a mind freak dude,
and with just hat ensemble. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, he is rocking the Darkman look that has to be there.
Sutek Darkman.
And of course
he's rocking that look.
And of course he has a team of people with him. He has sexy black woman.
He has a psychic team, of course.
He has a psychic sexy black woman that dances naked on a chair to get her psychic powers.
She uses psychic powers, literally. Psychic powers.
Yeah.
That's how
they brought that back.
Yeah, they brought that back because why not? And his daughter, who is like Alex, she's a dream walker.
Yes, a dream walker.
So she and his daughter, which we'll get to that even way worse.
Oh yeah,
but so that's his team, and now he has,
Brooks,
and he has Brooks and the puppets. That's
their team, and they have to fight the Nazis that they know are there because in this movie they do reveal they've known the whole time that they were there.
Yes.
Didn't help them the first other movies.
Where the hell are you guys? Yeah, didn't help you.
Oh no, because backup came just as they were getting killed.
That's
what happened. That's what happened.
It's way too late.
Just like the actual government would do. Just leave you with your dick hanging out.
Yeah, no protection.
About to be shot, and then you die, and then they come.
Then they show up and like, Thanks for the puppet.
Thanks a lot, man. But
again, no military has been weaponized. They know Nazis are on American soil. They only have Brooks and his team of psychics.
And I think I'm
the Nazi forces.
The Nazi forces that also are a team of psychics and possibly a demigod.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Well, Mike, we said this like an hour before. Microwave hands are back.
Oh yes, and not only that. So now they have now we're talking about the opposing team.
Yes,
we have the Nazi puppets. The werewolf, bombshell, the tank are back.
And now we have the new
So what I call her is bootleg Katy Perry.
Yes.
Because she's clearly wearing a wig from one of Katy Perry's videos, and she actually has the same facial features.
Fraulein Katy.
Yes.
We'll call her.
Fraulein Katy. That's a good one. Who later gets revealed to be something more than she is. She's just a normal psychic, according to these Nazis.
And Nazis.
Normal psychic.
And super Nazi psychic. Microwave hands 2.0.
And then there's also a Nazi sadist doctor who is also kind of partially psychic or has powers.
Yeah. This is Microwave hands 2.0.
Because this guy so here's the thing. It's kind of starting leading into this almost torture porn level kind of quality.
No, we get to torture
because you get introduced to him torturing someone. Like literally, you just hear the guy screaming.
Microwaving him, and guys scream. We get this a lot in these last couple of movies. People just screaming at the top of their lungs.
Oh my god! And it's
way too.
It's not even horrifying. It's annoying. And I'm just like, all right,
I had to turn down the volume because I was like, this is kind of too.
I had my headphones on.
Oh, you poor soul! You had your headphones.
I had my headphones on, and I'm like, and it's so much louder. It's just like that, and it's like
for 2-3 minutes.
Yes,
nonstop.
Because they have to pad this movie, Carl. All right,
he's just frying this guy, and Fraulein Katy shows up because she knows all about the puppet. She knows she has, I don't know, her own powers or resistance to powers. None of this makes sense.
So Fraulein Katy, they reveal later that she's more than she is.
She
is a psychic, a powerful psychic.
She's like second in command, taking orders from him, and he's like, we got to find the puppets. But he doesn't. He wants to just kill them. He's like, I'm more superior than these puppets, and I'll take out them and my arch nemesis, not Peter Dinklage.
And it's just so this. I don't even really know the motivation behind this. I believe is just they're just trying to destroy something. Maybe try to destroy another factory or something.
It's that
I don't know really what their motivation is in this one, but I do know that the U.S. guys are trying to take out these Nazis, and they have a couple.
Oh my gosh!
What?
His name is Ivan, not Peter Dinklage. His name is Ivan Ivanov.
It's like we can't get him to do a Russian accent, so his name has to be super Russian, stereotypically Russian.
Stromfarmführer Krabke is his name.
Who cares?
But I'm just like,
we're gonna call him Frau Krabs.
Frau Krabs is his name.
I'm not even gonna call.
I'm trying to see what their goal was. I think his goal was just to kill the psychics.
That was it. So it's just they're just beating the shit out of each other. That's the whole plot. Because once again,
I got it. They had knocked out the power because there's the generator room. I remember that scene. So they knocked out because that's where they try to jump him, and he does microwave hands to the whole crew, all the psychics and stuff.
Yep.
Doesn't execute them.
No, I think he takes one. Does he take him hostage or does he kill him?
He doesn't kill any of them.
No, because remember that. There's that one, the private that came to join them.
The second private that came to join them.
And then he's like,
and he kills him.
And he kills him. Okay.
And then I think they take the daughter.
They take the daughter hostage.
Because what saves them is Leech Woman, who he sees in the rafters when at this power plant, and she spits it, and it goes through his glasses
into his eye,
right into his eye. He's like, and his eye's done. I was like, he does take the leech out, but I was like, that was seconds. That's all it took.
It was, and he runs away too, and
runs away because as Leech Woman's too powerful,
and they all have to regroup.
They're not dead. He didn't just kill them, and they're fine being microwaved for that long, being subdued by psychic power. They're all fine. Now the guy doesn't say, let's get some freaking backup because this is powers we can't, deal with. Let's call in the army. Call in.
Nope. And he just. But now there's this whole thing where now there's like, all right, we have to really get this moving, and the woman reveals herself. That she is some kind of demigod.
Yeah, she's some demigod mastermind, man.
Like almost like I think she's like insinuating she's like a Sutek or like a descendant of Sutek or something. But
because he tries to microwave hands her and she's like,
no. And then she starts doing all this dominatrix shit to him, which
this was definitely porn.
They actually did a separate cut of this where they're both nude,
probably because she makes him go down on the ground on all fours.
Yep. And after his eye gets fucking ripped out.
His eye is ripped out. He's like, and makes him lick her feet. And it was like, what is happening right now? And this goes on for like a good 3 minutes.
I mean, she's fine, but I don't think she can make me do that. But not for nothing, she's pretty much just saying, she literally gives a whole Highlander speech. Like, I've lived and died. Yeah. I know everything about the universe. And I am just going to shed this skin once this is over because I'm here to create chaos and you're fucking up my plan right now. So you're going to listen to me. We're going to do it my way. And now I think they're just trying to lure them in so she could actually take out Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. They're trying to lure them in. They use their psychic powers to find her. She's watching all this happen. The puppets obviously jump to action.
Yep.
Blade.
They don't have a lot of gore, but they do have an excess of corn syrup.
So they have excess.
These guys are vomiting corn syrup.
It's your go-to guys. Blade and Tunneler always are the front men taking out everyone. Yep.
I will say this. Now they've introduced this weird cut thing that they do now. Instead of the the claymation, they just film people in costumes and just make them look smaller
and run, or they do terrible freeze frame CGI and then just super cut it real fast.
It looks very bad,
terrible.
But
so they storm the Nazi base. Didn't call any backup there. We got puppets. We'll be fine.
So bad.
That's literally superimposed little people and CGI.
Bad.
Not like little people, but like they shrunk down a guy in a suit.
Like it's bad.
It's that bad. So he doesn't even put on a bulletproof vest and nothing.
No, they're just storming it.
They're just storming it.
No one else has weapons because they have microwave hands, I guess.
Because they have psychic powers. Because what's stupid is she gets a Nazi by himself and it starts seducing him. But she dies for it.
Well, I mean, she got the Nazi, but then fucking Bombshell comes out and just takes her out. What a way. She was hot as hell, too. And then also, and they also have their own psychic, too. Yeah. But she's, like, completely beaten into submission.
We forgot her because she's so memorable. They have their own psychic, and they want to find out where...
keep going.
Where Ivanov is, not Peter Dinklage's. And she's like, I don't know. I can't help you. She's like, you're useless. And then, but the daughter, the whole time while she's captured, is like, no, you can help us. He's like, we'll save you. And she keeps saying, I don't know. I can't find them. And then I think she just
she gets shot.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think she just shoots her so share time's well spent. And I think she just shoots it. We're trying to remember. Because remember, 15 movies and these things.
I mean, at this point, it's just
Blade and them. Oh, they gave Blade Reanimator arm for some reason.
That doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
Like his knife actually would have been a lot better,
efficient, more
efficient than that fucking needle that he keeps stabbing people with.
But why is he stabbing them with Reanimator? I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know where there's a bedroom in this place where the Nazi finds
the sex witch.
Black sex witch.
Black sex witch.
That's what she is. So she's just. This was definitely a porn scene that they cut. So she undressed and kills him.
Oh yeah, no, I would do the same thing Soldier did.
Bombshell, she's like, "What's that?" And she hears Bombshell. She comes in and guns down
him down.
Guns down the sex psychic. He evil microwave hands, Nazi microwave hands comes back and starts microwaving Brooks, restraining him. And then she's like, "Oh, see, look at he literally has a cape. I forgot. He has a magician's cape, and he's standing there like this, supposed to be all stoic.
This guy is fucking.
He's standing there like this with the cape.
This guy's fucking clown shoes. Like he is, yes, just like that. Like he's.
What's your plan? we'll stop.
And it's so funny because she does a whole ass monologue on how fucking great she is and how she doesn't. We go back to her shit talking her puppets.
Yeah.
And not only that, he basically just says, "Look, I don't puppet master them. I guide them. I don't tell them what to do. Yeah. I guide them." And she goes, basically just saying, "Fuck you. I do what I want. I'm a demigod. Yeah. You bitch." Which, by the way, as a demigod, very easy to kill her.
Like everything. We said you're only immortal
until you're not.
Until someone kills you.
And once again, she's talking all this shit. By the way, I'm not gonna lie. If this was in a better movie, some of the lines that she says are hard as fuck.
Yeah,
like they're like epic sounding, but this movie's such garbage, and this actress is not good.
Yeah.
And so then eventually, her own puppets turn on her, and now the Nazi puppets are with this French dude. Which, by the way, the description on this on Tubi says that this guy is too long. Yeah. Which is not the case at all.
He's not. They don't even know.
And by the way, in this one too, fucking evil microwave hands.
They don't give her. I'm looking for her name. Does she even have a name?
Who, the Nazi woman?
Yeah,
she does. I
mean, in here.
Oh, probably, yeah.
So whoever did these did not even pay attention.
And like I said, we go back to fucking Nazi dude, Nazi microwave hands, and
they did not care at all.
I already skipped over it, but
we
go back to the microwave hands thing. Did
not care at all.
And the guy, the super fucking the soldier Brooks, who was not able to withstand the microwave before,
he can withstand it now.
Uses the power of patriotism to just fucking walk up and just punch the guy out.
Yeah, and then Pinhead jumps on
him and fucking kills him. And then by the end of this, they just kind of kill everyone. They save the day. And then
did they kill the Nazi? I don't think they killed the Nazi puppets.
No, I don't think they do either.
So,
do they come back in the next one?
No,
they didn't kill the Nazi puppets, and it's not like the place exploded or anything either. That's And anyways, but that's a movie we didn't even see. Let's agree.
Oh no, this one's not. This is like a behind the scenes thing.
Oh, okay.
For your favorite Axis.
Oh my god. Anyways, but I've got to put on the next one after this, but. Like it ends with them just kind of like putting the puppets away, going till next time.
So he puts them in the trunk and he's like, "We'll get them next time," type of thing. So that was termination. And then we go to another Elseworlds because we're going chronologically.
Well, technically, it's not an Elseworld. It's almost a sequel.
Are you kidding me?
It's almost a sequel.
The Littlest Reich.
Oh shit! I keep skipping
because that's what I'm saying. Even though there is a sequel to this one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There is the Littlest Reich.
Actually, so this was also
rating for termination.
It's
garbage. It's spoiled.
It's spoiled. It's not like it's inoffensive.
It's not
and also there was
it's stupid.
The act.
But there are kills.
There were so many things like watching this where I'm like, what the fuck? And I was laughing.
I was laughing.
And I'm like
it's not super racist.
No, not totally super racist.
It's still racist.
It's still racist, but not totally super racist. But it's, you know what? I was watching this. I was having a fun time just making fun of it. And I'm like, it's going to be nuts to fucking review. Like I said, but it's spoiled. It's not by any means a good movie. It's just.
I have killed this.
At least now things start getting. Well, this is an Elseworld for sure.
This is 100%.
But yeah, no, it's spoiled the last movie.
I don't even know what the heck.
Let me see if I still have this fucking.
They didn't even attempt to make this part of anything. It's on. We had to pay for this.
Yeah, this was a $4 adventure here. Prime. I'm trying to find it.
Good luck with that. It was a chore to find it. That's how you know it's bad. If Tubi doesn't have your movie from your movie franchise. Like we couldn't be bothered.
Not even. No one has it. No one has it. Oh, I have it right here now.
Oh, there's a box office for this one.
Did this go to theaters?
And a budget.
This went to theaters?
I don't think so.
But it says box office. That can't be from DVD sales.
Yeah, what theater?
Well, how much did it make in box office?
You want to do that first? Let's do that first. How much do you think it made at the box office? How much do you think the budget was?
Oh, this one had to at least been.
I'll tell you for sure, didn't make its money. Shocker.
$1 million.
$2.5 million.
Ooh.
Double that. Double two of the movies combined. That to make it. And how much do you think it made in the box? Where the heck?
500,000.
Close, 643,000.
Ooh, that is a wash. That is a wash. No wonder it didn't get a fucking sequel.
It was on VOD. It was released at a film festival.
Oh, okay.
And then went VOD. So how is it? How is the box? Was it? It was in Canada. Did they start releasing it in certain Canada?
Or maybe they're counting DVD sales. I don't know, man.
Because it was like, I know this did not make it to no theater.
Wait, what year is this?
Oh, guess the year.
2018.
There you go. It was only 1 year after.
So this is 2018. Oh, so this wasn't even. Once again, I'm thinking these are older than they are because I'm like, this is not even the time where you would go to Best Buy to get a DVD anymore. No, like this is straight up you're streaming things. Like there's no DVD box office for this. Where is box office coming from?
Somehow it made $600,000.
I'm actually impressed.
It says through video sales. Why does it say box office?
I don't know. I don't know. But either way, this movie is a complete deviation from everything.
That's the production company. We should start doing that too. Since it's
this one I know was mainly pushed by Fangoria.
Yes,
Fangoria did this.
And RLJE Films.
And then also, I mean, Full Moon had a part in this, but they weren't the biggest name on that. There's a lot of production and a lot of producers on this.
There's like 5.
And once again, like there's actually some notable actors in here, like actual actors.
Yeah.
The villain in this, the guy that plays Toulon, or this version of Toulon, is I forget his name, but he's in pretty much the evil. He's in the evil Ukrainian guy in everything. He's in End of Days.
Yep.
He's in a fucking Korn video where he plays an evil scientist.
Udo Kier.
That's him. That's him. But he is the evil Toulon in this, where he comes in and he's burned up and stuff, and he's making this bartender and you find out later her girlfriend very uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, the setting is
1989.
Yeah, when the first movie,
which also still doesn't make sense, being he is who he is.
Yeah,
because he is.
And this is why it's Elseworlds,
because they explain this in the credits through cartoons. Mm-hmm. Because they couldn't afford actually filming this part.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
$2 million budget.
So he is obviously Toulon, but he is an evil Toulon.
Evil.
So instead of being a Frenchman who just liked playing with puppets and had to escape the Nazis, he is an actual Nazi officer that discovered the way of how to resurrect these puppets or make these puppets animate themselves. And it's not the goo or anything anymore. It's some weird Frankenstein shit.
Yes. It doesn't even make a lick of sense.
No. And so, but the worst thing is that he developed these puppets. Not from souls of his dead friends, but just he developed these souls to take energy from him.
Take place in the same. It's in Texas. This happened in 1989.
Oh God!
Escaped Nazi war criminal not the French puppet master, Nazi war criminal Andre Toulon,
who used the puppets to hunt Jewish people and gypsies and people they found to be inferior to them because he was part of the Third Reich, and he did this gleefully. If you see it in the cartoons, like he's smiling, releasing these puppets to kill these people.
He kills these first 2 women because he finds out they're lesbians.
Yes, this is the hate crime movie. This should just be called Puppet Master Hate Crime.
Because he's going after Jewish people like that, lesbians, stuff like that, black people. He goes after all those people in the movie. It's just hate crime the movie.
It is literally hate crime the movie.
It starts. Didn't think he just like makes their heads explode?
No. So he one of the puppets, I think it was Pinhead, comes behind with like a garrote, but like a piano wire, but he cuts the head off.
Yeah, completely.
And then they crash, and then the other girl just bashes her head in.
It's like I think that's.
But the thing is, so the movie takes off after that. Where
I don't even know why they had to set that up. I feel like someone was watching the Puppet Master movies in the background and just heard 1989, and then just used that as because it takes place in Texas.
1989, and once again,
he kills them, but then it jumps to present day for some reason.
Which I guess
so
back then
to see
was
those kills.
To introduce how this evil Toulon character and these evil puppets that get explained through the cartoon they show you right after. Which also, once again, how old would he be if he escaped Nazi Germany?
He's like 90 something years old.
He's 90. He's
like 106 years old.
He does.
If it takes place in there 2018.
No, not 20. I mean, in 89,
he'd be like mid 80s.
He did not look like he was in
mid 70s.
He just looked burnt.
It was 40 years afterwards, and yeah, he just looked burnt and
decaying. He did not look like he was like that old.
Should be, yeah.
When we go to present day in 2018, we get introduced to our main character here.
911, Thomas Lennon.
I forgot his name in this one. I'm just gonna call him Lieutenant Dangle for the rest of this.
He's just a comic book nerd.
He's a comic book geek, and you know what it is? This was billed as a horror comedy.
Oh, this is 100%. They don't even try to make this play off as horror.
Yeah, but the thing is, the comedy's so weirdly dry.
Yeah, it's just super dry humor.
And
from that time period.
And you know what's funny? It's like when you see this movie, the quality, where it kind of devolves with the gore and stuff. It is a typical gore porn of the early 2000s. It's the human centipedes, the
Saw era torture porn.
Yeah,
type of.
It's almost like Puppet Master went, you know what? We didn't get to do that.
To do that stick, yeah.
So we're gonna do that.
We're gonna do that. Torture porn, gore porn.
And who knows more about gore than Fangoria?
Exactly. Guts getting spilled and people being tortured and just throwing everything at the wall. Any sick, gross thing you want, we'll throw it at the wall.
And so with this Fangoria thing, the reason actually this didn't get a sequel, besides the abysmal box office. Apparently Fangoria couldn't sponsor this anymore because I think it folded, and also because the producer of one of the producers of Fangoria and of this movie was caught doing some questionable things with children.
God.
So he so that Creepers. Yes, exactly. It was another Jeepers Creepers scenario. And so because when you get to the end of this, you're like, fuck. So but like I said, this movie kicks off with the guy. You're introduced to him.
911 is he just got divorced. He's back at his folks' home because I don't know if she's the one that cheated or did whatever. How did he get kicked out?
It doesn't matter. He got kicked out. He had to move back home.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, I don't know how he's able to have a house with a job as a comic book store worker, because he's not an owner. He's a worker. And
the other guy, his friend
is the owner.
So it's just like he's playing what he plays in a lot of the sad sack straight man who's just trying to
and then
get his life back together.
Obviously, his dad is super hostile that he's home
but it's like your son just got divorced. No sympathy.
No, he didn't give a shit. He was like, "Yeah, I don't fucking like you, son."
He basically says that because he's playing the sad sack where he meets, of course, it's like a rom-com in a while. He meets, or like a comedy rom-com.
She was what they call a manic pixie dream girl, where she's very quirky. She's super fucking hot.
Yeah, and she's the girl next door.
And also, she doesn't mind dating the comic schlub.
The comic schlub sad sack who doesn't seem appealing at all, but he's the main character, so she's gonna be interested.
Yeah,
just for the fact that he's the main character. Because he's acting all sad, and she's like, "Oh, hey, you remember me?" And like, "Oh yeah, kind of."
Yeah, kind of. Whatever. Let's go for a walk. Yo, give me your number. And then like a day later, they're dating. Because the timeline in this is very off. You think this is like within a week? It feels like it's within a week, but it's actually probably over a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so
they're dating, and they're like, because then they're like, he has one of the puppets like a collector's item. I don't know if it's the original Blade, as we'll get to. It's one of them.
No. Don't try and put logic to this. He
has a blade. I'll just say that.
Yes, a blade. Because don't try to put the old logic from Puppet Master they had. This is a whole new animal.
Design that they made for this movie looks not great.
They don't even call him Blade. They call him like Skullface or something.
Yeah.
Because
he doesn't even have a blade. Like he has a regular hand that has a switch blade that comes out between the fingers.
Yeah, so it's a blade and then the hook too.
Dakin or something.
Yeah, which you know what it is. This was their.
Why? He couldn't just even copy the design completely.
They need to redo this on Netflix or something, like they did with Texas Chainsaw, because this is what it feels like, the requel of Texas Chainsaw, or when they tried bringing Scream back, where they tried making the puppets more badass,
like up to date,
more up to date,
So,
but he has the thing and he finds it in his dead brother's stuff, and he goes, you know what, this might be worth money. This is when he stumbles upon the Toulon Convention. Because apparently these puppets are tied to a series of murders that took place within that area in
Toulon's mansion.
Forget
the Bodega Inn,
guys. It's Toulon's mansion.
Mansion.
And he apparently committed a lot of work with these puppets, and somehow these puppets scattered to the wind, and people were able to buy them on eBay.
Bring them all back.
Yep.
To the mansion.
To the mansion for a convention to auction off these items.
These puppets and items. From Toulon's war crimes.
And so he gets tickets for him and his friends to go down and do this.
And it's like he wanted him and his girl to go because it's like a mansion / hotel. It's not the Bodega Inn, but it is kind of still a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And his friend's like, I want to come. And he's like, dude, you're just going to invite yourself? He's like, yeah, I'm going to go. So it's all three of them. Those are our main characters.
And also the friend is also an asshole.
Yeah.
Like they kind of make him seem like he's a total asshole.
And don't forget, his friend is Jewish.
Oh, well, that comes in play later in his redemption arc, Carl.
So they go. There's this curator or like just presenter who's telling the backstory of Toulon's new backstory.
Where he's basically this Nazi serial killer, you know, and they
even watch any of the movies?
They didn't give a shit. Fangoria just said, we're doing our own thing. Yeah. And they were just like, where he literally turned his mansion to like this, torture camp, where he would just bring in minorities and stuff.
In America.
This
is America. So they didn't like take a plane to Germany. This is America. He's doing this.
Yep. And then as they're taking this tour and you're finding out, it's actually an officer that took down Toulon when they busted into the house finally after so many years of killing minorities around the area. I wonder how many Jewish people have to be missing from there for them to go,
something's wrong.
Something's wrong here.
Going on in this
have you noticed the local synagogue has been really empty lately?
And as we'll get, have you noticed all these puppets right here?
Yeah, that too. So then and by the way, the officer that's giving the tour, she's actually from the first Puppet Master. She was
no way. I saw that.
Yeah, no. She's the woman that's getting her fortune told.
Yeah. That's because I knew they were gonna do that.
Yeah, no, I actually was waiting. I was trying to see if anyone else.
Said, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre where they bring back an actress from the first movie and they're here.
It's almost a requel, but not. But like I said, so this officer's telling him about all this stuff, and which is kind of fucked up because they're like, everyone also leaves going, I kind of feel bad owning these things now.
Yeah, like we have these war criminals.
Like this is some shit.
It's like having like Hitler's pipe or like Nazi badges.
But they someone tries to make it seem like it's okay later. But like, and then also when you follow the main character, it's a lot of just them banging.
Yeah. There's two different instances of them just getting it on.
Yeah. And by the way, this once again, it follows the format of the early 2000s gore porn thing. You get boobs, you get gore, you know what I mean? And once again, you wonder how the fuck he nailed this.
Way more Reno that one than I thought they ever.
Yeah, like what the fuck? But like,
it's like Reno 911 doesn't look bad, but like his personality, it's not.
It's very dry.
Yeah, it's just dry.
And I'm sorry, maybe he just played a gay guy for so long that I just can't take you as straight either. So like,
I mean, that might be it too. But it's like he's not much of an appeal for this girl, at least. Don't see the chemistry.
And then once again, like, so everyone's just kind of like, all right, I kind of feel bad like having this, and you get introduced to a bunch of random characters that really play no effect onto anything. You get like this rich guy and his hot porn star wife that you see.
Literally, but he told me that she's actually not a porn star.
I'm sorry, but a lot of these people in a lot of these movies,
probably most biggest revelation.
You wonder, like, are these adult actors and actresses that are trying to go legit?
The next movie too.
Oh yeah, well yeah, and then this one. So like, once again, not porn actors or whatever. And then we have, and then we get introduced to the bartender who likes to call himself Cuddly Bear, or Cuddle Bear.
Cuddle Bear.
Which I'm like, that is such a weird affectation to have for someone. And then not only that, you get introduced to the friends trying to hit on the blonde chick just reading at the bar, and then he tries to hit on the random waitress girl who's like a nerd.
And yeah, they hit it off.
They hit it off.
That girl, you would recognize her from stuff.
Oh my god! And what happens to her? But yeah, and then you get introduced to like pretty much the people from the auction, the people that own the dolls.
Yeah. And then that night, everything just goes off. Like there's.
I don't say this movie just goes like it does.
It hits the gas and does not stop.
Yeah, there is filler in this clearly and padding, but it gets to
the beginning.
Yeah, but then as it kicks off, it fucking kicks off.
After that, it becomes like a sci-fi late 90s, early 2000s, where it's like horror. People are getting picked off one by one in quick succession. Gory fashions. Gory human centipede. That sort of just House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie type of gore.
Yeah, and once again,
are getting ripped to shreds.
This is Puppet Master hate crime. So it starts off with the Jewish couple getting it, the lesbian couple getting it. The gypsy, which he says gypsy, but I'm pretty sure he's Jewish.
Yeah.
Also, and then
we go off the walls because there's multiple blades.
Yep.
Multiple pinheads. Some Hitler baby puppet.
Oh my god! I feel like they just had all these leftover prototypes from places, or they did like a fan write and hey, send us your design for a puppet in Puppet Master, and it turns into the end of the not Orion Chucky film, where all the different Chuckies come out and start killing everybody.
That's what it reminded me of because there's helicopter puppets
or like toy soldiers.
There's helicopter puppets coming out too that take people
that look like Remy the Robot, but just with a killer like saw blade as a thing. There's like an insect one.
There's an insect one. They are literally like diving into people and ripping them to shreds. Like the porn couple, which was not really a porn couple. He gets like his legs sliced up, his head sliced up, and then she gets like stabbed multiple times in the chest. They're both completely naked.
Because they were doing it.
Like he's rail hair against the window, like
egregious. By the way, like her boobs are up against everything,
the window. And we're like this was how's this on whatever it was?
Yeah, it was definitely on Sci-Fi.
Yeah, we see everything. We see his dog. We see
everything.
So I was like, but they get killed. And then the puppets just go into just killing everyone. One of the most crazy things is it's like a German guy and his black girlfriend, I think. Mm-hmm. She gets taken out, and then he dies, and Baby Hitler dives into his spine and starts robo-jockeying.
Yes, which is not the first. Not the last time we're gonna see that. Because that. I'm like,
this is actually in chronological order too. These kills are just happening right after each other.
One right after the other.
No one even suspects.
There's even points where everyone splits up, and you're just kind of seeing. Sometimes they'll cut into someone in the middle of getting attacked, or like someone just died.
The door and they're just like,
and they're just dead. And these are characters you've been introduced to.
They've talked to or at least met.
Yeah.
Now they're dead.
They're
just dead. Bodies just strewn around this hotel. Until it comes to a head where the puppets don't even try to conceal themselves. They're just like out killing everyone.
Because
jumping on people.
So
people are running to their cars and getting taken.
Because there's a point where everyone's just like, "Fuck this, let's all leave," and they try to leave, and they all just get ganged up on. There's
one after the
This is one of those movies that we have a list on the other podcast where it's like, what movie doesn't give a shit about kids? They didn't give a shit about this.
Gosh,
there's this kid who fucking lost his dad. Cuddly Bear comes up like, hold on to my shirt.
Hold on to my shirt, kid. I got
you.
And then they run to the door, and he turns around.
And the kid's hands got cut off. And he's like, "Fuck, get these little white hands off me!"
They close the door, and it's just like maybe 12 people left from the convention, and it just gore outside.
And somehow everyone starts listening to Lieutenant Dangle, and just because he's basically gets to the gist of everything, where he's just he lays everything out, and like, why should we believe you? Because I write comic books.
And even his friend is like, "What do we do?" It's like, "Well, we got to get out of here." I don't even know what their plan is. If they even
their plan was to kind of fortify and then
mausoleum,
I guess, to try and shut it down. Yeah. But they so they all barricade themselves in because after a while the puppets break in. They break in. They
gotta move.
They I think one of them gets someone shoots the officer or something happens to the officer.
I think Robojock's German guy.
Oh, okay.
And then an insect comes out.
Oh yeah. By the way, also Torch makes an appearance again in this too. He kills the Jewish couple, and and now at this point too.
Who the heck was that? Oh, we got a disgusting kill. This random pregnant black chick sitting.
Oh yeah, she's at her bed
and watching TV.
And I forget what some kind of
goes off. He dies.
Some kind of hooked hand
puppet thing. That's the new one we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Literally dives in through her vaginal area, starts cutting her up from the inside out. Pregnant, she like rips open the covers and is like, and then literally pulls the baby out.
It pulls the fetus out and just carries it out.
And carries it out of the room.
Which, by the way, you don't see what he does with it. He just walks away with it.
Maybe it's too far if we kill a fetus. Well, the baby's dead.
It's basically dead.
It's like, it's too far if we mutilate this fetus.
Yeah, like it's like, let's just have him walk away with it, and that's it.
You guys are sick, and we've seen some sick stuff.
No, but they literally just went all out with this one.
Fangoria,
Fangoria, you're fucked up. But also, once again, this is like we missed the era of the early 2000s. Let's just do it now.
Let's just do it now. That's
and people will watch
Charles.
It's a throwback.
This is what you want part of your legacy, Charles.
Yes, he does. Oh yeah,
put it up.
Oh yeah, I sold this for $5 and a ham sandwich.
Canadian Film Festival will make billions.
This is a brilliant idea. Yeah, I picture these pitches for these movies kind of like being like what you call it. I think you should leave sketch where he's just like, where I think he's just like, dude, it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna make tons of money. Shut up, you don't know what you're doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. And you gotta believe me. Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Axis Troll.
We'll get hundreds of dollars. We'll get tens of dollars.
I literally think they want to make some sort of like geek horror movie, and they're like, we have some Puppet Master assets we could still use. Let's use that instead.
It's what it is. This is almost kind of in the same vein of like this was sponsored by Hatchet was sponsored by comic book. What was that major comic book chain?
Or course.
No. I mean, series of stores. Comics something. They have it at Smith Haven Mall. I forgot what the fuck it's called. Oh my god. I forget, but
look them.
Yeah, look them up. But yeah, like. It's one of those sponsored movies where it's super gory, it's out there, but it gets so ridiculous with how gory as it gets. And not only that,
so many people die.
You don't know what
we're downplaying it. At least 40 people plus are dead.
So it's like they don't explain that Toulon becomes alive again, or why, or how.
He just animates out of nowhere.
Yeah, because he's also in his tomb. And lightning starts hitting his mausoleum, and it awakens him, and he's able to command the puppets. But then, obviously the plan is to go and fucking ransack this fucking mausoleum. So they try to escape. This is when the annoying friend.
He
becomes a Jewish warrior and just goes, I have to protect my people and whatever. And he's just like, I'm going to kill these Nazi fucks or whatever.
That's like, none of them make it out. He gets stabbed.
He actually gets it the easiest.
He gets it the easiest, but he still dies.
Yeah, he gets stabbed.
And then,
his girlfriend. Oh my God.
His girlfriend he just met at the convention. They're trying to escape. They have to jump to a dumpster for a safer landing. So Reno and his girl make it. Then she jumps.
It completely misses and bonk.
head split.
I'm not gonna lie. I burst laughing. I burst out laughing because I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like,
and no, it actually almost looked like she was gonna make, and then just gonk. And I'm like, fuck. It was like a Family Guy fall.
Like he gets to the car. I think everyone else is dead. Curator Cop Girl's dead. Everyone else is pretty much dead at this point. Even Cuddly Bear. No,
Cuddly Bear makes it
because he gets jacked up.
No, he gets jacked up, but like what happens is he pretty much makes it because they defeat whoever before.
Yeah, too long. Well,
they don't defeat too long.
I don't even know what happens.
Okay, so this is what happens. They crash into the mausoleum. Which, by the way, they do this whole thing right before where they explain that they love each other. I'm like, one of you's gonna die. Like I already know. One has gone up. Yeah, one of you put on the red shirt right now. Yeah. You guys, one of you is dying. And they go and they do. So somehow Toulon is this fucking crippled Crypt Keeper monster Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead.
He looks like Pumpkinhead.
And he's got like purple lightning.
Because now it's no longer green goo, it's purple lightning.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is happening?
Like these all sound like terrible soda flavors, like instead of magical powers.
He starts fighting Reno, and then he goes after the girl. Reno knocks him off, but they don't finish him off. They just hold each other, and then he kills the girl.
What's hilarious is that this guy probably has super strength. He probably has powers of lightning or something. Yeah. No, he pulls out a gun and shoots her. And the guy's like all sad and stuff. Like, no. And he doesn't go after him. He doesn't kill him. No, Toulon just wanders off. Yeah. And then the guy goes home and writes a comic about it. Yeah. And
because they're playing that there's going to be a sequel. Because
it literally says to be continued.
It's like the kid's like, did that all happen? And he's like, well, we're gonna have to find out.
We're gonna have to like, is there gonna be an ending to this? It has to be resolved.
Yeah, that's what he says.
And then it's like, and then it says to be continued. And guess what? It never will. That will.
We don't know that.
No, that will never continue.
Charles will be like, let's do it after Leech Woman.
Oh man, I'm running out. I'm really into this new energy drinks and now. We get
it just wanders off into the wilderness.
Yep. Nothing happens.
Then it cuts to that, and he says, "Because there's a post-credit scene with Cuddly Bear who survived, and that's how he'll be back.
He'll be back in the sequel. Cuddly you know
Bear.
What?
It's like Avengers Marvel studies. Like Cuddly Bear will
return.
That's because I'm like, can't wait for that sequel. Now we get into the two spin-offs, which are mercifully short. Thankfully, I'm like an hour. These are the shortest ones.
These are more like mini-series installations.
These are something
because these are only, thankfully, like you were saying, an hour and like 10 minutes. Hour and hour and 10 minutes, and then the last one is literally an hour.
Exactly an hour. They couldn't be bothered.
No
feature length. They're like, no, do whatever and get it out there. To like Lifetime. I don't even know where this plays.
Oh man. This had to have been straight to sci-fi. This had to have been straight to sci-fi.
I joke, but nobody watched these two movies.
And this is probably my last shot of the night.
You want to take a few more.
Well, because this is gonna take as long as one movie.
Yes, we can blaze through these because the first one, Blade, Iron
Cross, which by the way,
what year, Oscar?
2020.
2020.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Which, by the way, it doesn't look a day over 2003.
1998.
Oh my! But this is a sequel to the movie before this, which was Axis Termination.
Yeah. This is a sequel.
A sequel to that somehow.
This is the one that they actually bring back actress.
Yeah, they bring back the actress that played the daughter of
I don't know how pivotal she was.
Peter Dinklage. By the way, he couldn't be bothered to come back to this one.
Oh,
or he's probably dead. He probably died from a K overdose from the last paycheck he got from the last movie.
But yeah, no one else can be bothered to return. Brooks, no. Because they're all fighting on the war front. Without the puppets, because he doesn't need them. I guess no, he's good.
But no, now we're back.
Oh no, because there's only so much fuel, reanimator juice left. Because we're back at the end of Axis Termination. We're back in the States, California, She has the puppets.
Yes.
But she's a reporter, investigative reporter or something.
Yeah, she's an investigative reporter, and then
uses her dream scrying to get
the scoops. Headlines and the scoops. And I guess she gets
cheating.
Leads.
Yeah, she gets leads and stuff from her dreams.
So yeah, she is cheating, but I mean, how else should you get to the job?
Yeah.
Because how are you going to impress that fat J. Jonah Jameson that they give
complete us? J. Jonah ripoff 100%.
1,000%. And
so not even trying.
He is like, if the
they might as well just call him Jonah.
It's like, what? Give me coffee. Give me coffee.
I need that scoop, little girl. Get it.
I don't have any other reporters, so I have to just get it from you.
And that other schmuck.
This is terrible.
This is terrible.
Send it out.
You stop talking. He literally.
Here's a new headline. Photographer gets fired. Go give me my photography.
He's literally acting like that.
And he looks like J. Jonah. He has like the gray hair and the pencil mustache. He has and the cigar, and he's just drinking coffee and yelling at people. He's literally a fat cut of J. Jonah Jameson. And then, but she's not only that, but now you have a different Nazi opposition.
I give them too much credit. They're not even. I thought they were at the war front, and he just went back to Russia to study brains. That's
Jesus Christ. He's not even helping the war front.
Elisa is the new puppet master, but the budget is $2 for this one. I don't know what the budget is. They don't have it. It has to be less than 100,000 if they can't even put it up.
I mean, there's no recognizable actors in this.
She has all the puppets, but only Blade is the focus
because they could only afford to animate Blade.
They couldn't have all puppets on screen. That's too much money.
And she's like, you know what? You're going to help me on this new mission
because I only have so much reanimator juice left. No, I won't use it. You'll just be fueled by my
aura
energy.
Because that's a thing now.
Yeah, now that's a thing.
Now it's a thing.
Now she can link with Blade. I don't think she ever interacted with Blade, but now they're best friends.
Yep. And also we're back to the whole Nazis trying to reanimate soldiers, where now they have the zombies.
Now it's more reanimators.
It's zombies, rage zombies. And we're back to microwaving, but this time he has a little knobby thing that he uses the microwaves for.
He has like telecommunication microwave abilities because he doesn't have psychic powers.
No, now he has to know the frequency.
He's more science than alchemy and demonic power. So now he needs the frequency to microwave the country.
And then not only that, he needs this girl to
he needs her because she has the frequency.
She has the frequency.
Let's go back to that.
Yep.
We thought we weren't coming back to that, but now we have the frequency again, which is aligned with her psychic powers and the puppets. It was only Blade this time.
Which, by the way, man, now
this one is 100% like edited porn.
It is. 100%. It is like you look at this. Because now for some reason it's almost like maybe the actress wasn't of age before. Yeah. And now she's like she's like 20 something. Like, all right, so you're gonna be naked through half this movie.
Literally half. It's an hour and 10 minutes. She's naked probably 30 minutes.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Like, there's a point where I'm like, I was telling Carl, like, you know what? These movies are so nothing. Give me something. Bring back the boobs. I want to see.
And then he watched these.
And then I'm watching this, and I'm like, all right, I don't know if I want that anymore because I'm like, there's a point where they're torturing her, and I'm like,
the movie starts with them torturing some random dude.
Yep.
Strapped to a chair, completely naked. See everything.
It's some weird bondage thing, man.
And
it's almost like watching Freddy 2.
These action movies, people getting tortured, just screaming at the top of their lungs. This guy's being microwaved, screaming at the top of his lungs until he's microwaved into his zombie form.
Yes.
And then out of nowhere, because this is the beginning, we can just go.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, one of the other Nazis is like, I'm through with you guys. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, yeah, because he at this point, I think it's supposed to be the end of the Third Reich.
And they're like, we're going to lose. You guys suck.
And he leaves.
And he leaves. But there's a gate that you can clearly see. You could just hop over.
Yeah.
I was like, just climb over. Like,
no. And then the zombie
comes on him, and he tries to shoot it, but it's a zombie, and he doesn't get any headshots. He doesn't get any headshots. So then he misses, like, ah! And the guy's like, brilliant. You figured out the zombies. We will take over. We'll win now because you have zombies. Even though just a headshot should take care of it.
Which I'm like, then why do you need this
lady?
Or the puppets or any of this shit anymore? I don't know.
It's just, and where do these people keep coming from? There's like a new Nazi leader.
Well, they did say
who has microwave hands.
They say it in this one where they're like, we're everywhere. Where it's like somehow. Also,
even
by the way,
losing
who
the
is
war.
not doing background checks on these warehouses?
Yeah. America's immigration customs terrible. It's not to just driving it.
Doesn't mean we should have gone the opposite direction this year.
No,
but like this was bad.
The Nazis are just walking into this country at this point because they're all everywhere. Every time they defeat a wave of Nazis, a new wave comes out. So they're torturing him. He gets eaten. Then they cut to Elsa, and this guy perving on her for a good 5 minutes.
Oh my god!
Like she's getting.
You know, it's almost like they put that in there to make you feel bad because you're like, this is you as the audience perving out on this girl.
You're making us do it, but you're perving out on her.
You're perving out on her.
And I was like, I hope she is. But because she was the daughter before. But I guess this is like 5 years later, so she's probably like
something like that. Yeah. I mean, the point is
just makes because she still looks very young. It just makes it very awkward where this guy just perving. He's literally licking his lips like.
And he's like, what exactly would you think of peeping Tom? Like he's like this fat bald guy in like a trench coat where he probably is whacking off like right there.
And has binoculars in the street looking at this.
Which, by the way, does no one else see this guy? Like, is there no? I don't know. Whatever. I thought everyone was paranoid about spies and
this
shit.
This has the longest synopsis of all of them, and yet it's such a nothing burger.
No, there's nothing in this fucking movie because. At a certain, I didn't even forget like really the middle portion of this because it's just this weird detective back and forth thing because she has a detective that she befriends who later becomes the love interest, and he's figuring out this whole plot with these Nazis or whatever the fuck
and her friend from the paper.
Yeah, and then they discover this whole thing about why there's so many dead bodies everywhere because clearly they're all people that they're experimenting on.
And then her other friend, the Spanish.
Oh man, the girl that has the dead shark eyes. Oh my god, she's
the greatest actress of our generation.
She legitimately scares me. Like she has, that permanent like death stare your mom gives you when you're mad at you. That deadpan, like I'm about to whoop your ass stare. She has that the whole movie. Like she has a Mike Myers look. Like
she also is at the paper, but she does not look like she.
So she later find out she's like she basically just infiltrated. She's from Spain and she's like a Spanish fascist.
Yeah.
And or Italian fascist, something like that.
I think it's Spanish.
Spanish fascist, but like and I think just because of her stare, I'm like she's more intimidating than she's supposed to be, and I'm oddly attracted to it. But like she's scary, like because you look at her eyes, like there's nothing behind those eyes. Like what the fuck?
Because it's weird because they make it look like Blade's also perving out. Because he starts animating when she's like topless.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I see you looking at me, Blade."
And I love how she's like, "Yeah, you get some of this if you were a man."
Yeah, because she like scries into his brain and sees. I was like, "Oh, you're Dr. Hess," and they're trying to give Blade a backstory.
Yeah.
They don't show any clips or anything, or they just. And I'm like, why is this? I mean, Blade's probably the most famous of the puppets, but it's like, you couldn't get any other puppets, and why is she like?
Which, by the way, he is barely in this. He's in this for like a total of 10 minutes.
Blade, probably 10, 12 minutes.
10, 12 minutes.
And it's his movie.
And it's his movie.
We don't get any new information on Hess. He doesn't like trying to communicate with her. She kind of scries him, but that's it. She goes back to the paper. J. Jonah is hounding her to get more scoop. She's like, it's like my dreams have been confusing. Like I need to dream more to see more about the Nazis.
I love how he's just not like, all right, you're fucking crazy, you're fired.
And then he should do that. But then he's like, the other girl's like, Jimmy Olsen, not Jimmy Olsen, come with me back to her apartment while she's working late, so we can get some stuff. Maybe steal one of those paintings or something. I think they said.
Yeah, they needed.
No, she asked them to go get the painting to help her scry. So she's like, "You guys go get the painting." I don't know why she can go back to.
I don't know, but she also. This is when the Spanish lady does the turn.
Yeah, then she does the heel turn, and she's able. She, of course, is porn, so she just completely strips down.
You don't see it though.
You see her, but you don't see that. You see just her for a second. But I'm like, The guy doesn't think anything weird because he's just going on a quick
because he's a horny dude
to pick up. Yeah, but he's like, oh, cool. And then she like smothers him.
I would have absolutely done the same thing.
She like smothers him with her breasts and knocks
him to death. Or knocks him out. No, he knocks him out because they use him as the experiment for. Yeah.
Then I was like, how did she just suffocate him with her breast? Because he's knocked out. She's like, good. Yes, my father or uncle was a Spanish fascist, and I'm working with the Third Reich. I was like, okay, what is this?
I mean, at this point, you don't really give a shit because they don't give a shit.
But then I think the Nazis come in and just microwave knock out everyone at the paper.
Yeah, they do.
Everyone,
yeah, they do, and then
they could always do that. Why not just do that?
It doesn't matter, Carl, because they needed to pad this out to be a below feature length.
Like we only have an hour. The Nazis burst and knock everyone out and take her and the detective. They take
her and the detective. And for some reason, they had to strip her down completely.
Oh yes, because this is where we get to the more awkward, like director fetish, producer fetish territory, because he's not completely. He's just shirtless, tied up to the detective. Yeah. The boyfriend, I think, is stripped. Not the boy. Jimmy Olsen is stripped on.
Jimmy Olsen.
That's what it is.
No, he's Jimmy Olsen. He's literally Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen completely stripped on the table, getting microwaved, screaming in agony. And then she's in a chair with like radio antennas around her and stuff, and like in a torture chamber. And she's completely naked, strapped down.
Yeah, for some reason she has to become. And by the way, it's full frontal. You see everything.
Breast,
everything,
vagina,
everything.
She is completely naked. I was
and once again, like,
what is happening?
So she's in this chair, and they're trying to like extract her aura or something.
He's just monologuing. This is like, this is so awkward.
and she starts shocking her, and I'm watching this. I'm like,
and she's like convulsing.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, I wanted to see boobs, but not like this.
It's just so
not
awkward.
Like this. It's so
weird.
Asked
for it is like,
and I'm like, now I regret it. It's almost like Puppets Master heard. Oh, you want to see this? Huh?
Oh,
let me make this bad for you.
Yeah, now. Be careful what you wish.
I'm like, this is just weird and awkward, man. Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't watch this with anyone.
No, this would be one of those things.
I couldn't watch this with someone because also this is just embarrassingly bad.
The guy all but comes up there and just feels her up.
It's just so uncomfortable.
The Nazi Führer guy.
It's so. And also, by the way, we skipped over this, but it doesn't amount to anything, anyways.
Oh, Blade does kill pervert guy.
No, he does. But then also, what you call it? You get introduced to this new character, this like Nazi cabal looking dude who uses gas as a weapon.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! I completely forgot about that guy. He's the one that uses microwave and gas to gas
people.
And we find out that he's actually someone. He's another heel turn because he's actually someone else.
Which I'm like, you saw it coming though.
Yeah,
like from a mile away, you saw it coming.
Why are these people just now heel turn?
I don't know, but like,
you forget about that. And then Blade tracks down the pervert guy who's getting he has the map or Toulon's.
He has the scroll. He has the scroll. And what you call it?
Blade kills him, but doesn't take the scroll back.
Doesn't take the scroll back, and not only that,
then the two other Nazis come upon his body and just like
take the scrolls. They're like, all right, let's go. And by the way, I love how they're just like, who cares? He's dead.
Who cares? He's dead. Yeah. And these guys are American Nazi. I don't know because they don't. They're not.
They sound like they're from Brooklyn.
They sound like they're from Brooklyn. They have no accent. It's this big guy in overalls and this newsy guy.
I feel like the newsy guy was supposed to be like Super Mario or something.
It's like, yeah, he has his mustache and everything, and they don't have an accent. I'm like, are these guys just working for the Nazis? Because they're not German.
They're not German. Like, is this just a day job for you guys?
Like, whatever, whoever pays us. Because when they see pervert guy who actually gets the upper hand on Blade, but decides to just grab him for some reason, a bladed puppet. He decides, I'll grab it, and Blade stabs him to the end. He's like, oh crap, I didn't think this through.
I regret my decision immediately.
Then he goes for the leg, knocks him down, and then just starts slashing his face and throat. He's dead. They don't even care. It's like it's a dead body. The newsie and the giant. It's like Lenny and my cement.
Oh my god, it's so really bad.
And they get the map. Then they bomb the news place with gas and microwave waves, and take everyone, strip them down, and start torturing them. Because you're like, okay, they should be screwed. There's even if it was just Blade, there's like 7 people in this room and zombies and stuff.
They should be screwed.
They should be screwed
for the power of Blade.
The power of Blade.
Because also, by the way, it doesn't make sense because shouldn't she be like writhing in a bed for Blade to work?
Yeah.
So why is Blade acting on his own?
He's acting on his own, even though he has no reanimated fluid left in him. And he's using her energy, but her energy is being sucked out.
Yeah, I was about to say her energy is being sucked out by this evil Nazi scientist.
Yeah, but Blade comes to the rescue.
Cuts everybody free.
He cuts everybody free, but then they start like turning on each other for no reason. And she's like, "Get away from me!" And then he gets killed by a zombie, even though the zombies work for him.
Yep.
And then the other guy runs off. And they try to shoot the gas guy. I don't know.
And then the gas guy escapes.
And then Blade takes out the other guys, stabs them.
Yep.
And then another guy gets taken out by zombies.
And once again, all this is crammed into the last 10 minutes.
Blade kills a zombie. They turn Jimmy Olsen into one of the final zombies.
Yeah, but
and Blade kills him.
Yeah.
She finally gets some clothes on.
I'll give her that. At least she wasn't like running around topless. She went to get a shirt immediately.
It's not like Mimic where she's running.
Oh yeah, we're just running. Whatever. I can't find a shirt for shit.
No, yeah.
But what you call it? So
she gets like a hazmat thing,
whatever. I mean, the point is at this point
they run out.
The only people that are left are the detective, her, Blade, and the doctor.
Yes.
And then the doctor pretty much reveals he has a metal fucking gauntlet arm because he's a Nazi scientist, and he's actually, I'll say this, he's the only person that
makes no sense.
No,
it
doesn't.
Stupid.
It doesn't. Especially with how intricate the arm looks.
Happens to?
I'll say that what you call it. He's the only one that's able to like get these puppets off. Like he's able to smack them away.
He's like, I got a super robot hand, so you can't cut it. So you're done. So he has him pinned down like this, and I think he just takes like a hammer,
he takes a sledgehammer,
and he's like, but Blade is.
I remember this.
Made super. Yeah. Blade is made super well, I guess.
Which makes no sense because he's like porcelain in the rest of the fucking movies.
Yeah, he's like porcelain in wood, but in this one he's like it's like metal underneath. But you're like, no, you're not indestructible, and he keeps smashing, and he finally starts getting progress.
Yep.
And he basically powderizes Blade just completely.
Yep. Which once again, I don't understand how this works.
Don't understand. This doesn't work.
Because she's supposed to be controlling him because she felt all of the hits. Yeah. And then eventually she's like,
you, because the stupid that happens.
Okay, so he gets destroyed.
He's powderized.
He was pulverized, literally pulverized.
To powder.
Yes, nothing left. And she's like, and obviously she felt all of it. And he's like, now what are you gonna do? And she's like, you see the little meters of the bioenergy. Yeah, that's what they call it now, bioenergy.
Yeah, literally on the meters.
They call it bioenergy, and
whatever that
and
means.
And it's going. He's like, what's going on? Because he's getting stabbed from the inside.
Yeah. So
I don't know how.
Blade was powderized.
I don't know how. And she's like, oh, he's working on his own. I'm like, who? Who's working on his own? Because he's dead. He's dead. And then you just see the knife going through, and then he's like going back to Littlest Reich.
Yeah, he's like, this can't be possible. And then he's like, he opens his shirt. And Blade
just pops out like chest burster style.
Yeah, it's chest burster style.
And Blade comes out and like takes his hat, puts it on, covered in blood. And I'm just like, what? But
how? They didn't even show stupid like he sucked in the powder or something. No,
there's no explanation.
It's
this power has never happened before.
And never again.
And never, you don't see it ever again.
Well, we see more chest burster stuff, but
not that. No, that was egregious. And then after that happens, they do this whole thing where like, oh, we have to
destroy the tower so people don't get microwaved.
Yeah, and they destroy the tower with the help of Blade.
Yeah, Blade. He puts Blade as the conductor between, because like I can't reach, so it's like, Blade, you have to go in there and help us. Blade helps them, because he's good.
And I thought they were gonna like sacrifice Blade or something.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
Because I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this is the last Blade movie or something, you know?
No, he's fine. Blade comes to get his revenge on Gas Mask Guy.
Oh well, that's a little later, but they leave,
that's the end.
And they basically say, okay, so she gets the story to the paper,
and then she writes to her father, like, Father, I know you're in Russia doing brain surgery, brain science, but we're okay here, and we'll keep fighting the good fight. And then him and Detective Guy confront Gas Mask Dude. He's like, how'd you know it was me? You really did. And then it just cuts the Blade. Bad CGI, arm swing, and then like a splash of blood, and credits. And now we have one final movie.
One last movie, which I can't even find. These things. And not only that, so rating for the last one, dumpster fire.
This is all you.
Dumpster fire.
Uncomfortably dumpster fire.
Oh my God.
We said to describe how we describe our ratings. You're in danger by this dumpster fire. You're too close. It smells terrible, and you're getting caught. The embers are hitting you. You're getting caught. You're like, oh gosh, get out of here. Got to put this flame out.
Yeah, what the hell is Dr. Death on?
It's on Tubi.
I'm on Amazon. That's why.
Oh, that's
why. And, Amazon can't be bothered with this one.
Can't. Not even Amazon would be bothered with this one. But yeah, complete dumpster fire. You were just uncomfortable with watching this retrofitted porno. And Oscar, again, he's yesterday, right, he thought this was made. He's like, oh, this was 2005, right? I was like, it's 2020.
It just made like 5-6 years ago.
It's like, there's no way.
Is doctor spelled a certain way?
Yes, doctor, like French or German. DOKTRO. DOR. That game is well.
Oh, there you go, Puppetmaster. Doctor Death.
My brain is dying.
Oh, resume? I don't want to resume.
Resume.
We have to restart this. But like, no, this is a dumpster fire. I'm sorry. There's points
2020 and now 2020.
There's points in this movie.
He thought this was made in 2005.
No, because seriously, like there's points in the movie where it almost seems like they were working in a warehouse, and then by the end of the movie, they ran out of money to use the warehouse, and it was green screen. So you could see the halos on some of the people from a green screen of a basement. They couldn't afford a basement.
This was filmed one location. I don't think they go anywhere else.
It's filmed in one building. This is Reservoir Dog shit.
Someone's either like summer home or like a nursing home that they got for the weekend, and that's what the building is. That's it. One building.
And no, this is a dumpster fire. You don't need to see this. There's no reason to see this.
He's telling you right away.
There's no reason to fucking see this. It's a dumpster fire. This is. I feel like Charles Band has a thing where he's like, I have to release a Puppet Master every couple years, otherwise, it's almost like a curse.
It's almost
that's the curse of the Puppet Master.
Yeah, it's almost like an addiction where he's like, I need another Puppet Master.
We need another Puppet Master. Look, it's been a while since the Puppet Master. We have to get a Puppet Master movie. Once again, I think this is the longest running movie horror franchise.
Easily. Yeah.
If you even consider it horror, but it's insane. Like we're on the last movie.
Possibly 16.
We're on the last one. This is another spin-off because I think this is what he's going to be doing now until he comes up with a better actual full movie.
He wants Leech Woman and then another one.
You know, I feel like he's doing this almost because he's like, you know what? I see the Avengers format. Let me do a movie for each one and then bring them back together.
With this, that's what they want. Like she's Samuel Jackson.
Oh, no. Okay, so this is what's happening here. So
this is what's happening.
We are now at Puppet Master Dr. Death. Hey, remember Dr. Death from Retro? All the way 5 movies ago, or 4 movies?
Didn't even care about
4 movies with Greg Sestero.
Yeah, and he didn't even have his own scene, but the producers loved his design so much. We got to use him. But apparently, he was supposed to be dead anyways. But this is Elseworlds, so who cares?
So who gives a shit? Because there's no more.
It's not Elseworlds because they show footage from.
Yes. So this starts off in the corniest fashion of a man strapped to a table, an old man, and you see a giant Muppet Dr. Death come up and just literally scare him to death with flashing colored lights in a dark room, which probably cost $5 to shoot.
I was getting $5. That's probably free.
And it was a free.
I would say this was filmed on their phones, but I think phone would be better quality.
Oh my god, look. I'm telling you, the quality it's been plummeting. You thought the last movie was bad.
I thought this is like
this
Lifetime.
One. Holy shit! It just takes a nosedive
straight to Lifetime.
Because also this guy dies from a dream in his heart because apparently Dr. Death is Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Oh, he has all new power set in this.
Oh yeah, he's practically Freddy Krueger, Dr. Death, a puppet we haven't seen or hasn't been relevant for 5 movies before or after.
Yes.
And
decades.
For decades.
Both in and out of movie.
Yeah, seriously. And so this guy dies, and this is what happens. A girl comes in the next day. Her name is April, and she is there to take this job at this nursing home, which this man died in. And obviously everyone gets to know each other. She meets the one annoying guy who's a misogynist. The bro dude. And then he meets
why does he have a job here? These are like orderlies and nurses, and none of them actually do care.
They imply that a relative owns it, and he got a job there.
Yeah. But like, even then, why would he want to work there?
Because when these people die, there's valuable stuff, and he can steal and sell it
without working. Man.
He's a fresh grave robber.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you meet sensitive dude. Who cares about the patients, and he's upset this guy died.
And horny
blonde friend who's banging one of the residents for money because why not?
Prostitution in you.
And then of course you introduced to the head of the place, the doctor that owns it, and then the other lady that helps run it.
The entire
facility, which is just the house, by the way.
It's
just a house.
6 rooms.
But 6 rooms.
It's supposed to be a nursing home or something.
Yeah, but it's literally a house converted.
I don't even know where we are. We don't know the setting. We don't know what anything is.
Nope.
You're just in the. How did Dr. Death end up here? Why is he the only one?
They do a slight explanation, but not big enough. So this guy dies, and that kind of causes the catalyst for everything to happen. You get introduced to all the residents, which, by the way, once again, this is an hour-long movie, so they move things as quick as they can.
Even then, still nothing's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we only have an hour to do stuff.
And you get introduced to all this. So there's a woman that paints people because she's apparently clairvoyant, even though that never comes into play.
No.
And she can paint people that she hasn't met yet, except without faces for some reason. You get the cranky old guy that likes to play golf. Yep. You meet the horny old rich man that's banging one of the nursing people, banging the blonde chick, and then
they don't even make it subtle. They just sell you straight like.
And then you get the mute stroke victim, or that one person that she can't verbalize,
function, but she can't verbalize, and she's on a
O2 tank
all the time.
And so like you get into all this, which by the way you think you're gonna get to know and things are gonna happen. No, they don't have time for that. So the old man's funeral takes place, but before that they clean out the room. By the way, if I go to a nursing home, I see a decrepit old chest that's locked. I'm not opening that. That's going in a lake.
I was like
Jumanji.
Thinking he's possessed. I was like, that's probably diseased or something. He's probably got this like. You're gonna get something from a cholera or something.
And then douchebag nursing assistant comes in.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
gonna bust it open.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is awesome. I got this Dr. Death puppet out of
If I see just a single doll in there, I am not touching it. I'm closing it. I'm throwing it in the closet.
Some voodoo nonsense.
I'm going to a church. I'm anointing myself.
You see this? You think voodoo nonsense? I'm like, no,
touch this. Nope, not dealing with that. No
object. Which it is, but it's like because he gets mad because obviously Dr. Death is like running on super reanimator juice or whatever at this point, but he's just moving around room to room by himself.
No explanation.
And he keeps getting mad at the residents, like, stop stealing my Dr. Death puppet. I know it's you, lady. I know you've been stealing my Dr. Death puppet. And she's like, she can't verbalize. She's like, it's not me.
And then April is starting to see the doll everywhere with these because murders start happening.
So the first one is the
old man in the beginning.
The old man, but then the mute lady.
Mute lady's next because
after the credit.
Yeah, he cuts the oxygen tank for her.
These credits are like 2 minutes long.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean they needed padding for this hour-long feature.
So he pulls her cord from the O2. She's moving. She can move. She has range of motion. Why didn't you try to plug it back in?
This is
just like I'm done.
You know what's funny? This is their Curse of Chucky.
Yeah. Well, you know, terrible.
Where they're in
the opposite of Curse.
Where
of
they're
Chucky.
in the. Oh no, wait. What was it? Curse of Chucky? Or what was the one after that?
Cult
of Chucky. That's what I mean.
Oh, when they're confined.
When they're confined on like a mental institution. that is what this is.
Oh, but again, reverse of Cult.
Oh no, it's
terrible.
Dude, I'll even fucking that Cult of Chucky is a masterpiece.
Seed of Chucky is a masterpiece compared to this.
Imagine Seed of Chucky got this bad in quality.
Oh my gosh, we would never recover.
I'll say this. So like as it's going on, so that lady gets murked.
Yeah.
And then after this, it kind of starts happening in quick succession.
We notice April is the one investigating and saying like something happened here. It's like
there's no police or anything.
No police. She's like, oh, she just does that. She just pulled out her own O2 and wanted to die.
Even though they pretty much just said, you know what, she's not supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then also, it's this whole thing.
And
I guess
as
because
someone who works in a hospital, no monitors, nothing beeping that goes off when it's unplugged.
No. You know what? I feel like the reason they did it in a nursing home instead of a hospital was because literally they're old. Just let them
just say they'll die.
Because literally, I think one of them tries to resuscitate that woman, and he just goes, "No, she has a
DNR. She can't.
Yeah, DNR. Do not resuscitate.
Do not resuscitate."
So she's like, "All right, she did."
Next one.
Next.
So they wrap her up. The morgue's apparently like next door.
Yeah, next door.
That's the only. Well, I think this is the same place actually.
Oh,
I was gonna say that's the only other setting, but it's literally like next door.
They have a morgue, and then and this is the one time where I'm like, all right, this death. After this, evacuate the place.
Yeah,
get it the fuck out of there. Because the morgue guy.
The mortician is getting ready, doing his report. So Dr. Death shows up, cuts out his Achilles. Guy's freaking out. But he doesn't do anything. He sees that. He's like, "Oh crap! What the hell?"
And then he just cut the fuck up.
He takes the radial saw, the head radial saw, and just starts slashing him up. Nobody else is there, of course. Nobody else is there. They're like, "We need you to go put the belongings." It's like, "You want me to?" Like the daughter shows up. And she's like, "We need you to put the belongings there. Can't you get?" "No, you can do it. It's just down there. Just go by yourself." And she goes like, "Anyone here?" And she just sees blood all over.
Blood over, and then the body falls on her like Gooned style.
Yeah, the body falls on her like Weekend at Bernie's Gooned style. It's like, ah! And he's like all slashed up. His eyes are cut out.
It's literally brutal. So and
they report this, and like Oscar said, at this point, I'm out.
Evacuate the place.
Or call the police.
Get the fuck out. Nothing. They don't do shit. Oh, they're just like, isn't it weird that this guy got murdered?
And
let's continue on with our day. And they just go on doing whatever the fuck they're going to do. And they all just kind of thinking about who's doing what. So
only April and Sensitive Guy are the only ones
April thinks that it's actually the douchebag that's with the puppet. And because she's like, maybe imagine
stealing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Logical thought.
Hey, look, thinking it's a puppet.
No, exactly. She doesn't know that yet. Yeah. And then even though it doesn't make sense by the end, anyways. Yeah. But so she's thinking that she's like, look, let's find a way. Let's trap him, whatever. And then they try to do that, but then obviously the puppet now does this new thing where he can control bodies.
Yes. Now
we bring back the
reanimate other bodies. Somehow.
Well, no, it's from Littlest Reich, where the thing was just controlling. Well,
I don't know if he does that for her though. He does that for the other guy. I think he's just powering her.
Oh, I don't remember that
because he's not.
I thought he was inside. Okay.
No, I don't think he's inside her because we see him elsewhere, and he doesn't burst out of her.
Oh Jesus!
Because douchebag guy is looking for his puppet. And he goes into this secluded storage place, and he's like, "Oh, it makes it even stupider because it's like, is this supposed to be a comedy at this point? Because she is dead. She's been dead for a good 24 hours.
Okay,
she comes up on him.
No one reacts appropriately.
And he falls backwards through boxes, and her body disappears again. He's like, what? Or Mrs. Whatever.
Leave my puppet alone, you old bitch.
Yeah, that's what he says because he sees the puppet. Leave it, you dead. He says that you dead old,
you dead old bitch.
Yeah, and I'm like, are you serious?
I would leave.
There's a zombie.
I would fucking leave.
There's a zombie, and he's like, leave. I'm like, are you freaking serious?
And then Dr. Death finally. I know. I think he's actually running her.
Yeah, because he has Dr. Death in his hand.
Oh, no. Does he still have it in his hand?
He picks it up and says, "Leave me alone." And then she comes back around with a mini rake.
Oh, yeah, and starts mini raking him to death.
And he doesn't do anything. He doesn't put his hands up.
Doesn't fight.
Doesn't even scream. He just like, oh. And then she just like scrapes out brain.
Yep.
Which makes it even dumber because, spoilers, he's not dead yet.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Well, here's the thing, too, with this. So
his brain got raked
after
out.
This, people just start dying.
Now Dr. Dust like, oh crap! I only have 20 minutes left.
Oh fuck! Not even. It's like 15 minutes.
It's like we spent most of the hour doing nonsense. Got a jet, and then it just starts killing
everyone. And half of them are off screen.
Off screen.
I think the only one we get is we get one, which is the old man with his club.
Yes, old man with his club and blonde chick.
Blonde chick, yeah, because so. I said this before. She's banging the dirty old man,
and it's for sure. Like,
and by the way,
giving her like wads of hundreds.
Hey, you know what?
And he says like, "This is the best way to use my."
Thank you, Fulham. This is the kind of boob flash I'm talking about. Just quick to the point. It's not awkward. I see it, and then she puts her shirt back on.
It's like, yeah, because he's dead at this point.
Because and she's like,
he's like, "Are you ready, Mister?"
Yeah, because she gave him a Viagra earlier, and then she comes back, and then,
"Are you ready, Mr. Johnson?"
And she figured like, he fell asleep.
He fell asleep. And it's like, oh, that's disappointing. But then, because Dr. Death has stabbed this guy in the groin and in the stomach.
So he gets up.
He gets up, and she thinks he's like
he's tent poling, yeah. Which, by the way, no man has a dong this big. I don't care who the fuck you are. You don't have a dong this big.
Because it literally shoots out of the bed.
Especially a little old white man like this. You would know
it was a doll, even from the...
Because she literally goes, maybe you won't mind if I take a peek.
Maybe if I take a peek, and it's Dr.
Death, and he just slices her throat.
So they're both dead.
And then, I don't think you see it, but the lady that draws, they see her corpse, and it's all her breath.
Yeah, it's off screen. They come into her room, and it's just shoved into her face and mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
Oh, God damn. Dr. Death.
And when did you even do this?
Exactly. And then, who else was there?
Sprinting.
They kill the what you call it? So they skin the face off of the doctor, the head doctor.
And then he robo-jocks him.
Robo-jocks him to killing the other headmistress.
Yes.
And you're just like, what the fuck? And then basically now they have to fight this robo-jock doctor.
Which the sensitive guy, because now it's just Alice and
it's literally Alex and sensitive
guy are the only two left. Everyone else has been murdered.
Everyone's dead. And because this movie has to finish. And by the way, the fact that this movie has balls for shoving in the last 5 minutes.
I don't know why he does this. Sensitive guy sees this demonic. Your boss has been head skinned, basically down to the bone, to the skeletal, but like still flesh over it a little bit, to make it look like a big Dr. Death.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And he's being robo-jocked, but he doesn't know that. So they knock him down. They shock him. She shocks him with the defibrillator. She shocks him with the defibrillator, and that knocks him down. Someone actually did their work because it's like, yeah, the sensitive guy would be shocked too because they're touching each other. But he's kind of a little bit stunned, and he gets up, and for some reason he wants to check his heart.
Yeah, he wants to check his pulse and heart.
Why?
He's dead.
And he just
dead.
tried to kill you. He was just strangling you moments ago. Who cares if you check his pulse? Make sure he's dead.
The skin is off the face.
Yes,
if he did not,
he's covered in blood.
Shock would have taken him out at this point.
So it's so stupid.
No.
So he puts his head there, and he gets a scalp for his concern. He gets a scalpel to the temple,
and sensitive guy is gone.
Dead. Yes. So it was just Alex left. It's just her, and he's literally robo.
Oh no, I think actually her name is April.
April?
I'm trying to remember.
Let me see.
Either way. So, because they're going to say it soon anyways, because this is the very end. This is where, once again...
This is all we get. That's all we get. I have no idea what her name is. I think it is April, though.
It's April. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And like so.
Yep.
Once again, last 5 minutes of this movie.
Yes,
they jam
she's
in.
The only one left, right? So you're like, what the hell? What's she gonna do?
They jam in basically what should have been the whole plot of the movie.
So this is what happens. He's robo-jockeying. Literally, he's just grabbing like 2 pieces of flesh.
So the last one.
Yeah, he's gone through the whole thing. That's crazy. She's 2 pieces of like flesh right near his like lungs. It's not even his brain or his like spinal cord. He's just puppeteering him like this.
Like if you've ever seen was it what's that Sausage Party?
Oh yeah.
Where the enema's up the dude's ass. That's basically what this guy is doing.
Basically. And so the doctor zombie is zombieing over to her and she's cornered. She's in the main room cornered and you're like, okay, it's up for her or she kills it and gets out or someone saves her. No. Then I think someone was like, this movie makes no sense. We need something. So they put this twist in, and she's like, is that you? I forget whatever the character's name is. I'm your great granddaughter.
And it's not even like too long.
It's his friend.
So they had the audacity they show footage from Retro Puppet Master.
Yes.
From this is a person from 1902.
Yes.
This movie takes place present day.
Second time granddaughter, great granddaughter.
I don't think that's.
This is 100 years later. No more than 100.
Which, by the way, they didn't. So they go back and they show that
120 years later
in Retro Puppet Master, in that plot where he revives his friends,
one of them
have
a kid.
Thank you. So, because when did you see their wives or anything? So in Retro Puppet Master, the friend that Toulon turned into Dr. Death apparently had a kid, and that kid spawned this person because she said in the beginning of the movie she's looking for someone. And apparently was looking for Dr. Death, her great grandfather, who somehow she knew was trapped inside of a puppet.
How did she get any of this information?
Which, by the way, if she knew if this was the puppet, why not?
This was not planned. This was like the last second change because she's actively helping the rest of the people and trying to investigate it. She's not on his side until just now, where I think they just tell the actress on that day, to switch.
It had to have been
because she goes from horrified to I'm your granddaughter.
It makes no sense.
I've been looking for you this whole time, and she puts on this weird smile and all this stuff.
Because literally, if this was her whole intention, all she had to do was, "Hey, that's the Dr. Death doll. Yoink! I'm going home.
Yeah,
we're done." Or like, there's no reason for this.
Or even if she wants to be on the kills, why won't she actually help him kill them? She actually tries to save these people.
I thought that was going to be like that twist, like where when they reveal like all the flashbacks of her, like she planned killing all these people for some reason. But the reality is,
she's actually trying to save these people.
Yeah, and then
but makes it make even less sense.
But she goes, "Look, I'm your granddaughter, and look, we're gonna find your friends," and that's when they continue. Yeah. Well, there's your Nick Fury moment.
That's your Nick Fury because she's like, "Yeah, it's like I found you, and I'm gonna help you find your friends." Even though these puppets were supposed to be dead,
it's so
Toulon tells you that they didn't make it in Legacy.
Yep, like.
Or in Retro. Not what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. You know, these I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's the beginning of the plot. He's like, you are my new puppets because the other puppets were lost to time or through battle or whatever. No, apparently Dr. Death
made it. And they tried tying it poorly together because the guy that died said he was in World War II vet, that he had to deal with little creatures running around trying to get him, and he captured one. And it's just like... That doesn't make sense because they were also, why were they going after American soldiers unless he was secretly a Nazi? If they reveal that in the next movie that she's secretly a Nazi,
that's another thing. Dr. Death in Retro was good.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wasn't. He was good. He wasn't a Nazi.
He didn't interact with any of the other puppet masters.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
He's just been bopping around for decades.
All right. Well, that was the last one.
That so far is the Puppet Master series.
That was 15 fucking movies. Yeah. I will be uploading the first half later on, but that was 15 fucking movies. And guess what? So for this last one, dumpster fire, dumpster fire, dumpster fire, dumpster fire.
This might be Kill Me.
So for the entire franchise, it is. You know what it is? No, what's below spoiled?
It was rotten.
It
didn't get completely rotten.
No, this is you can't.
There's still nostalgia.
It's just
and like
above
you said,
dumpster fire.
It's been nearly 40 years.
Like even if you like maybe 2 out of 15 movies, that is a complete failure. Yeah, still, and that is trash. It is a complete fucking failure of a franchise because
it's pretty bad.
They fuck up their own timeline. They try to fix it and not even fix it. they kill characters off like it's fucking candy. They somehow they go a little up in quality just to dive down into the depths of the 9th dimension of hell. And like this last movie cost $20. This movie cost $20.
2 years ago, and it looks like it was made for a lifetime.
I thought this was made like,
and we still can't find the budget on this one because
I'm convinced that later on I'll do research and see that this was an actual 2-hour movie and they cut out all the sex scenes again. Like that's how bad this one was.
It looks like a bad Lifetime. Again, he thought this was 2005. I'm like, no, 22. He's like, there's no way. There's no way.
22, man. And you know what? And there's still another one, Leech Woman, coming out soon. And I don't know how they're going to do it. And you know what? I don't give a fuck because they don't give a fuck. No. The villains in this have been fucking garbage.
Will it be Full Moon, like Super?
It's going to be Full Moon like bullshit.
Like another company name change to get this movie out.
Full Moon Entertainment. Full Moon. I don't even know what features. What other adjective or synonym could they use?
Full Moon Cinema.
Full Moon Cinema. That's what they're going to do because I can't anymore. Yo,
so bad.
Charles Band, you gotta lay off the cocaine. It's time to stop. You're going to die.
Stop the movies.
I cannot believe that this franchise. Yes, it keeps going, man,
and it just gets worse.
You're worse than Don Mancini, and Don Mancini actually, you know, it feels like Charles Band doesn't even have. It takes joy out of this anymore.
He's not because Don is in full creative control. Charles is just
pouring his shit out.
Yeah, just pawning it off to people.
This series is almost on kill me territory, but
it's
kill me.
Because there's like 7-8 movies where it's just like, what are we doing? 8 of these movies.
Like I said, if you like 2 out of the 15, it's still failing, and it's just it brings down the average to just this is kill me territory.
This is
not good.
Fire. We are engulfed.
This is apocalypse level.
Bad. We because it's like I don't want to watch any of these movies again. Not really. Like
you don't need to.
I was joking with him when we first started. It's like, yeah, Puppet Man. Remember we used to like that as kids. The nostalgia tricks my mind because I don't want the only ones I'd want to go back to is like 1 and 3, maybe
1 and 3.
That's it. Like, I don't want to watch.
And maybe even retro, just because Greg Sestero's in it, and I think it's hilariously stupid.
And Demonic Toys because it's hilariously stupid, just cringely stupid. The other ones are just boring. There's filler, uncomfortable, and you just feel uncomfortable watching.
I can't even pick which is like the worst one.
Some of these movies you don't want to watch with other people. Imagine you just put on like Blade Cross and
I'm just like, I'm watching it. I'm literally just watching the torture titty porn.
And the people with you are like, why did you pick this movie?
This is one of those movies where I'm glad I didn't watch with the rest of them because I'm like, because the last time that I had them do that, I'm like, I apologize that we have to watch this right now because we have to share the TV in the living room. So I'm like, I'm sorry we have to watch, but we have to watch this. And I'm glad I watched this all on my fucking shitty Amazon pad. Like I watched because it doesn't take away from the quality if I see it on the TV or not. It doesn't matter. I could watch this on my phone because it's a YouTube video and not give a shit. Because it feels like a YouTube video.
Mercifully, most of these are less than 90 minutes.
Most of them.
If they were like 2 hours.
I would have told you to fuck yourself, Carl, and said we're not doing this anymore. We're done. I'm out, bro. No, I'm done. And like for 10 movies in 4 hours, I think that's we did justice on this.
Oscar will decide. So we're not forged in fire. We're literally in a dumpster.
In a dumpster, or it's just a dumpster fire. It's one of the two. We're gonna see what we got. It's in the dumpster fire territory. Okay, we're just across from it.
We survived.
We survived it.
We forged some steel out of this dumpster fire.
Because I'll say this was a very long fucking review.
Yes.
I think only rivaled by Chucky.
Yeah.
And also
and
because
Venom.
And Venom. Well, also because we had to. I feel like when we do these franchises, we always have to redo at least one part of it.
Yes,
because we had to redo the first half
or something like that. We had to do part 1 twice, and then we had to do part 1 of this twice. It's cursed. These long
Venom
reviews,
we had to do twice.
These long reviews are cursed.
It is. So,
hopefully
but luckily
YouTube will
no, they'll save it. They'll save it. That's why we moved. So hopefully,
no, I'm saying like in the future we won't get cursed.
Well, we'll see. Well, the next one we got after this is Toxic Avenger, the OG one.
Oh, thanks for one movie.
It's one movie, and just in time for the remake to come out.
Which is soon, next month.
Yeah, which is played by the better little person,
Peter
Dinklage. Actual Peter Dinklage.
The real Peter Dinklage.
We might do it on here. We might do it on Gooned Up. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. We are going to be doing the original on this one next time.
Yes, Toxic Avenger. Thankfully.
Which I don't know. We do have to have that discussion. Which is worse, Tromaville or Full Moon, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves now.
Full Moon is spot.
We have to do like those
right now it's Full Moon.
Right now it is Full Moon for sure. We have to do that like barricade of like we have to put like fucking Tromaville, Asylum. We have to put fucking Full Moon.
I don't know because there's bad. There's like 3 levels of bad, like we said. Boring bad, cringe bad, and then funny bad, and then just bad. It's like it's 4. Like the base in the middle is bad, but it's like there's boring bad where it's like this is bad because I am bored out of my skull. Nothing even cringe or interesting is happening.
I would say most of this is boring bad.
That's what most of this is boring bad. Where you're like the puppets aren't on screen and it's just 3 people in a room talking.
Like I feel nothing except frustrated.
You don't care about these people and you're not horrified or interested in them.
None of these movies are scary.
Danny just yapping away, complaining about not being in the war for 2 hours.
Like, we get it, dude. You're crippled. Yeah. Like, relax.
Or them just talking about not doing anything about the Nazis. Or Reno 911 complaining about his crabby life.
I mean, at least I got to see boobs in that, too.
And then they that's what they, with all these movies, they're like, oh, crap, we got to get the puppets out. So they just push it all into the last 15 minutes. And then they push all the kills there. Imagine if they did that with every movie. Like you don't see Jason for a good hour, and then they're like, or any kills or anything, and it's just
last 15 minutes. It's all Jason.
All Jason. He just kills like 30 people.
It's like, well, I could have just avoided paying for this entire movie.
I could have just walked in at the end.
But I mean, that's the only thing I'll say. I'll give Littlest Reich that at least you get a lot of gore for at least the entire third act instead of just the last 15 minutes.
Yes,
and also they do they try to do a build up where it's like, okay, the puppets are there, sense, no, it doesn't.
They do a build
up. And the fact that they cut it off at
everything.
They do. I mean, this is a reboot. This is supposed to be a reboot until, Fangoria fucked it up. But yeah, no, that's it for us.
That's it.
But thank you guys. I know there was a couple people here that joined us, so thank you. But Jesus Christ, that was a long one. We will see you next time for Toxic Avenger.
Yay!
Oh, fuck my life. I'm not even that hammered.
Your hat says it all.